Started the stream. It says it started the stream. Check that. Oh, we might be live right now. Looks like we're live.
Yeah.
We is live.
Wait, did you say something right
Yeah, yep.
now? Okay, here we go.
We
All right.
is live.
Yes. I'm just checking the thing. Wait, did you say something right now? Oh, nice.
Yeah, yep.
Okay, here we go. Okay. Welcome, we're here. MLB opening day.
2024.
2024.
Nope.
Fucking yes, the season started today. The Dodgers are 1-0. Tyler Glasnow
No,
looked
2-1.
great.
2-1. 2-1.
Yamamoto hasn't pitched yet, so he's who knows how
Oh,
good
yeah,
he's
you're
gonna
right,
be
you're
in
right.
MLB. Who
I
knows?
like that. Okay.
You know, because baseball is an American sport. You know what I mean? And when it's not played in America, then it simply doesn't count. Sure, our record says 2-1, but come on. You expect a Japanese man to go to Korea, play in front of Koreans?
For his first ever start?
First ever start against a bunch of Americans? What kind of situation is that? You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And but anyway, today's so yes, Dodgers are 2-1. So well, let's start with that recap, and then we'll go into some regular other MLB stuff, and then maybe touch on the Ohtani thing at the end, which was worrisome for me. But let's start with today's game. Start on a high note. This fucking article looks like it sums everything up perfectly well. So shout out to Juan Toribio. Let's open his Twitter. Dodgers beat reporter for MLB.com, always wearing no-show socks. I don't know what that means. Spent time at UCF, and then .df. I don't know what DF means.
All right, don't like it already, but all right.
Whatever, but yeah, whatever. Regardless, this article literally has everything broken down with stats and everything. So shout out to this guy. Shout out to my tocayo Juan. I'm gonna recap it real quick and then we'll talk about it. So pretty much the game starts. From the moment Dodgers signed Shohei Ohtani this offseason, manager Dave Roberts couldn't wait to fill out a lineup card, and that was going to include 3 former MVPs. In the 2 games against Padres in Seoul, South Korea, again, something that didn't happen, Mookie Betts, Freddie Freeman, and Ohtani each had an individual moments of brilliance, but in their first game together at Dodger Stadium, a 7-1 win over the Cardinals on Thursday, they showed why, together, they can be one of the most feared trios in Major League history. So, real quick, the game kind of started off pretty strong, and then we broke away at the end. Okay, well, I'll just continue reading the fucking article. The Dodgers' 3 superstars each reached base at least twice, combining to go 5 for 8 with 2 homers and 4 RBIs. They combined to reach base safely in 9 of their 12 plate appearances. Actually, I think we can play this. Oh, God damn. Let's see. So to start the game, I think Mookie walked, right? Mookie walked to start the game, and then immediately Otani hits one in the corner. Hits one in the corner, and you're thinking, fucking great, right? But as they're showing in this little tidbit right here that kind of keeps replaying, there was like a miscommunication. Did you watch the game live, right? Or were you
Yeah.
at work?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. No, I watched it.
So it looks like there was a miscommunication here. I saw Mookie rounded third, and I think Otani thought he was going to try for home. So Otani overshot second. But it looked like there was a miscommunication here. From your perspective, what do you think happened here?
I think it's just a basic not picking up your
Third base coach. A little too nervous. Nerves, first AB, standing
Yeah.
ovation. Hit a double first AB at Dodger Stadium. You're not
The-
picking up your
third baseman or your third base coach. Just a little miscommunication.
Yeah, let's here we got Dave Roberts here.
Really well played baseball game. Started obviously 50,000 people. Great day to watch a ball game, and our guys showed out today. So I thought Tyler threw the ball really well. Even, at times early didn't have his best command, but still they were obviously aggressive early, trying to ambush and allowed for his pitch count to stay in a good, reasonable spot. So to get him through 6 was great. I thought that last inning was really good, and then you look at the offense. Mookie does what Mookie does, and still swinging a hot bat.
Homer.
And Shohei put on a nice show. So across the board, I thought we caught it, pitched well, and then got some timely hitting. I thought the Dodgers did a great job of, doing something a little bit different and still, pitch well, and then got some timely hitting. I thought.
Let me tell you, this is criminal. Look how empty these seats are in the back over here.
Okay, this is my issue. Just I'm glad you brought that up real quick. The Dodgers, especially coming into this year, how high, the hype around
Otani,
Mm-hmm.
signing him. We're supposed to be ridiculous this year. Yamamoto got it.
Mm-hmm.
the fact that the Dodgers are slated every single
Opening day, the 1:30 game,
Mm-hmm.
and it's kind of criminal to me, or I don't understand how we aren't the showcase game on ESPN Thursday night, opening day night. Like, not just this year, but
Well, who was it this year?
I would
Was
think
it,
I would think especially this year.
who was it this year? Was it Yankees?
Let's pull it
Or-
up. I think it
was
Red Sox?
the Rangers.
I think it was Rangers and whoever the
Rangers played. But I
Isn't it
get it.
because we're a West
The
Coast team?
Cubs. The Cubs too.
Uh,
Maybe, but
and
still.
the timing? Yeah. I mean, to be very honest with you,
so maybe that doesn't help either.
I kind of like 1:00 games. It's the day before Good Friday, so I was thinking maybe people could, leave work early. Like, okay, for example, at my job, I work 10 minutes from the stadium.
For sure.
I had a half day today. But like an idiot, I had to do like a training for work. And I had 2 days I could have picked. It was either today or someday in April. And this was like 2 weeks ago. I picked today, not even thinking about March 28th. I just fucking picked it.
Yeah.
And like earlier this week, I was like, opening day's on March 28th or whatever, right? And then my supervisor was like, oh yeah, like you can leave early on that day. And then he was like, oh wait, but you have training, so as soon as your training's over, you could leave. And I was like, fuck, if I didn't have the training, I would have been out by at least 12:30. I would have made it to the game for sure,
Yeah.
And this is kind of early too. Like this is early in the thing when they're doing this rollout and all this shit. Like people are barely still getting in the stadium.
Yeah,
But
that's
another thing,
probably
too-
12:30 right there.
Yeah, this is 12:30 right here. Yeah, for sure it is. Cause it sucks. Like getting to the stadium sucks. Parking sucks. They've kind of like made it better with the whole Dodger Express thing, where like you can park at Union Station and hop on the express bus to go to that drops you off like right in front of the stadium. But even that is
really?
like, you've never
Nice.
used that before? That shit is nice.
Nuh-uh.
That shit is
Nuh-uh.
awesome. I love it. Yeah, you park at Union Station for like, I don't know, $8, I think, and then you hop on the express bus and then the express bus drops you off right in front. So it's fucking sick. It's free too, so as long as you have a ticket. But then they never really press you
Right.
with the ticket. They just
Yeah.
and then but yeah, like again, if fucking if like fucking Liverpool can fucking see if I can find it. Liverpool Stadium transportation. If they can fucking have a shitload of if like these European stadiums can fucking without a parking lot transfer like 500,000 people, however many fucking people fit in these stupid ass stadiums.
No, there's no way. There's no way that many.
I
people
gotta
would.
find the fucking
That stadium is not.
transportation soccer state. Nah, what the fuck? Okay, hold on. Okay, hold on. I'll fucking. Come on. Come on. One of these has to. Okay, I'll find. Okay, I'll find it. And I will circle back. But anyway, if they can fucking do that, if these European stadiums can fucking figure out a way to transport a shitload of people. Okay, like Oakland Coliseum, for example. They had the BART system, which is like their subway system. That shit drops people off right in front, or used to, because that shit's, I don't, Oakland no longer is there, but like the Raiders aren't there anymore. But that shit would drop you right in front, and like every 8 minutes, a whole fucking thing a whole train full of people would hop off. This shit takes too long, bro. Like to get in your car, to try to, by the time you drive up, park, get in, like you miss like 2 innings just fucking. Especially with the clock now, like you missed 2 innings parking, walking up, finding
No,
your seat,
for real.
getting a beer and everything. I swear to God, yeah, like so that shit's like also part of it too. But like, cause like if you go to most games, it's not packed until like 5th inning. It's like I feel like not everybody's in until 5th inning at least. But yeah, I mean you're right. I mean we should have been for sure should have been the showcase game. Another thing too that I think does play into it, maybe not with Dodger fans, but I think with like other MLB fans or like the MLB, like I do kind of feel like people have that like, oh well, I mean I know that they got Shohei and they're supposed to be like the best team, but I mean they always choke every year, so does it matter? Like I don't know. It's like how like the Patriots kind of got on your nerves every time they make a Super Bowl, and you're like, oh, here go the fuck. I mean, like you just get tired of that team being good for so long. I do kind of feel like people are kind of getting burnt out with the Dodgers. However, but your dad would always say this too, that there's East Coast bias with the MLB. That he always would say. Your dad would always say that. So like that, I do. That's very much, proving your point. Because what did you say? It was Texas. So yeah.
Yeah.
Let me finish
Yeah,
this.
it was.
The
Yeah, go ahead.
Dodgers did a great job of, doing something a little bit different and still, making it fun for the fans, something unique and different, but allowing us to get ready for a game. I thought opening day, it was fun, just to look at the scoreboard, the out-of-town scoreboard, and see everyone playing in meaningful games again. And so, come into my office and turn on a ball game. So it feels like we're back into this rhythm that we all like.
I love it.
Yeah.
I just love the way Dave Roberts talks.
Yeah, he's such a. We're so blessed to have him. I don't. Again, nothing I hate more than when fucking people overreact to bad performances in the playoffs and then immediately like fire Dave Roberts. But come on, man, be for real. Right. So this is hopefully this plays without a commercial. It's not. Okay, sick. In any discussion, you can argue that they're the best hitters in baseball, Robert said. I think when you talk about these 3 guys and them together, okay, that's what you just said. We're fortunate that these are in the top of the order. the first word that comes to mind is daunting for me when you look at those guys. I mean, the first three.
For real, dude.
Shout out to the fourth guy on
Let's
our
hear
lineup.
that. Let's hear that. Let's hear that. Let's hear that.
Yeah, this is the standing ovation we're talking about. Figure it doesn't.
Man aboard for Shohei Ohtani. Designated hitter, number 17.
That looks pretty full right there.
Yeah, I think it was just. This is a yeah.
There you
There
go.
you go.
Damn.
Yeah.
For the corner. Betts is headed for third. He's stopped there. Ohtani runs through it. And now
See?
it's a throw on the brakes.
Yeah.
Throw goes behind
See
him.
how Mookie hesitated down that third base line right there?
Yeah.
And Ohtani wasn't reading that. He clearly didn't see that, so that's why. So in that situation, the runner behind, which is Ohtani, he's the one that is out.
But then he's out. He is chugging
But as a
around.
defender, you got to tag both guys just in case the umpire, you know. But yeah, by rule, if they're both at the same base, the guy who's behind is out.
You want to know something funny?
Go ahead.
Well, it's not that funny, but when I saw this live, I was watching this at work. As soon as I saw him run for third and then get out, I was like, don't tell me he bet that he was gonna hit a triple today. he bet himself, like, I bet he was like Shohei Ohtani first hit triple plus 800. He was like, I'm putting a stack on that, and he was like, oh my god, I have it. I mean, he's good enough to make it happen. You know what I mean?
No, yeah.
Clearly, he was like, I'm gonna make it happen. I can easily give myself a triple. You know?
Yeah.
But I was just like, I'm gonna see someone tweet that, and I don't think I did, but I was already waiting for people, like, regardless of the situation, I was like, people were gonna tweet, like, if we won by a lot, people were gonna be like, oh, Ohtani bet, you know, he was gonna have 2 homers today or whatever, or if we lost, he was gonna be like, Ohtani bet that, you know, we were gonna lose, whatever.
No, that's a good one, dude. That is a good one.
Because even when he was standing on the base, he was like, me? He's like, I'm out. Isn't he out? Like, it's like, bro,
Yeah.
you're out. Like, come on, Dick. Like, you're the one behind. But yeah. Showing off in front of their home crowd didn't take long. Betts, who was off at the towards start at the plate this season, led off the game with a walk. Ohtani, in his first official at bat, while wearing blue, hit a double into the right field gap. The 2-time unanimous AL MVP was thrown out in third in a rare base running mistake to start the season. This is what started the scoring. Luckily for Ohtani and the Dodgers, there was a third former MVP ready to right the wrongs. Freeman stepped up and calmly shot an RBI single. Center field to open the scoring for the Dodgers. It took 3 batters to put stress on Cardinals right-hander Miles Mikolas, which had a nasty pitch today too. Oh, this guy, this strikeout, I think Lux.
Throughout his career. The payoff pitch. Ground ball. Base hit center field. Dodgers on the board first as Freeman drives home Betts. Just short of 40 at-bats.
So this is it right here.
Oh yeah, and let's not forget to mention the guy who hits 4th in our lineup. Just got paid as
that's what I was
well.
gonna bring up too.
Yeah.
Yeah, actually, let me pull that up. Oh, same guy. Smith and the Dodgers agreed to a 10-year, $140 million extension, giving the star catcher in Los Angeles for most, if not all, of his career. What do you think about that?
I said I was telling my boys, like, it was shocking. It was surprising when I got the news. I honestly didn't think it would happen. We have
Why not?
we have. Well, first, the catcher's market is not very good at all. So I was thinking right off rip, we are, especially signing Ohtani, especially Yamamoto, especially Mookie, especially Freeman, and what those contracts are. I'm like, yo, we won't be able to afford Will Smith, because at the end of the day, the market for catchers in the MLB is not very good. There's only a handful that are like actual really good catchers who hit and catch their pitchers well. Will Smith is at the top of the food chain when it comes to catchers in the MLB.
Mm-hmm.
So with that being said, I'm like, yo, all these contracts, there's no way we can afford Will Smith. So, and we also have 2 top prospects that are catchers, not just one. We have 2 guys that are highly touted as catchers in our farm system. So we're like, oh, okay, well, once Will Smith is contract is ready, he'll test the market and he'll get paid. He'll get paid, and we'll have to rebuild our pitching staff with the rookie catcher. But
Yeah.
I get this news right here, day before opening day, and I'm like, wow. And it's pretty damn good contract. 10 years, 140.
So
I like it.
that contract, because I also saw a tweet that we have like pretty good prospects at catcher, right?
Mm-hmm.
So that immediately gives us like trade capital, right? Because I'm sure like
Exactly. Mm-hmm.
and Austin Barnes is probably what, just a good backup, or why wouldn't you just get like let Austin Barnes walk or what, and just bring up a guy, or I don't know how that would work.
Austin Barnes ain't walking nowhere. He went to the Dodgers. I think he signed a 1-year, $700,000 contract. He ain't going nowhere. He ain't getting picked up by nobody. So yo, give me whatever you want to give me, Dodgers. I just want to be a part of this team. Right? Obviously, I'm sure he's a good teammate, good relationship with the pitching staff. All of this probably helps out Will Smith a lot.
Yeah.
But besides that, Austin Barnes ain't doing nothing.
Yeah.
So Austin Barnes ain't going nowhere. So one of those catchers will probably be traded and let go, and the other one will eventually become Will Smith's backup.
I mean, yeah. So, because you saying that the market is not good for catchers. What you're pretty much saying, what you're saying is that, like who are we gonna get that's better than him, right? There's no one, right?
Mm-hmm.
You would assume, unless we trade it or something. But and then, but you also felt like he was too expensive, maybe.
Yeah, he would cost too much, and there would definitely
cost too
be
much.
another team.
So,
out
but you
there
think
that
the money
would-
was, you think the money was good though for what he's like. You think we're both happy with how much he's making?
Okay, before
Will Smith,
let me see,
I think JT Remuto.
was the highest paid catcher. Yeah, look at JT Remuto, Phillies, 5 years, 115. So what's that annually?
Like 20. Yeah, like 20 something.
Average 23.
Yeah.
Will Smith.
So that was the highest. Will Smith Dodger contract. So what's 140 divided by 10? $14 a year with a $30 million signing bonus.
Yeah. Yeah, right here. So the deal includes 30 million signing bonus. Will Smith will receive 15 million in the signing bonus in November 2004 and another 15 million January 2025. And the pact will also include a portion of deferred compensation, 5 million per season, which will be paid out annually between 2034 2043. With the deal, Smith will become the fourth Dodger to be signed through at least the 2032 after Mookie Betts' 12-year extension, Ohtani's 10-year deal, and Yamamoto's 12-year deal. That made him the highest paid pitcher in the majors for Yamamoto. Other key pieces of the Dodgers core are Freddie Freeman, Tyler Glasnow, who are locked up for the next 4 to 5 years, respectively. The 10-year pact is the longest ever given to a catcher. That's crazy. I mean, I love the guy, and I'm glad we kept him. I thought we weren't going to keep him because I thought he was going to be too expensive. But I mean, again, this goes back to Shohei's contract, right? Being what it is. The fact that he deferred all that money, I guess gives us more of a I guess power, for lack of another word. Gives us the financials to be able to do shit like that. So that's pretty sick.
Here you go. Here you go. I got the top 5 highest paid catchers in 2014. JT Realmuto, 23 mil.
Salvador Perez, 20 mil even, but he's
Never heard
on
of
the
that
back end. He's a Royals legend. He's very good. Probably a Hall of Famer. Wilson Contreras, Cardinals, who plays for the Cardinals,
Catcher for the Cardinals, 18 mil.
Will Smith falls 4th, 14 mil. So he made it into the top 5. But he's
Nice.
arguably the best, if not the top 3, probably top 3 catchers in the league right now. No doubt.
So okay, yeah. So we brought him up for a very good reason, because he does something, I forget. Oh, so then Mookie's homers in the 2nd inning, or in the 3rd inning. I'm sorry. And then 5 strikes for Glass now. Okay, let me see. Glasnow, who was one of the Dodgers' top acquisitions in their $1 billion winner, struck out 5 and allowed just 1 run over 6 strong innings of work. Offensively, Will Smith, Max Muncy, Teoscar Hernandez, and James Outman all chipped in with key hits. I think Hernandez had an RBI, Muncy had an RBI, Will Smith had all these fools had RBIs. Really good. I didn't watch this. Ryan Yarbrough records final out. So we still don't have a closer, huh? Or is this guy supposed to
No, we didn't need it. We didn't need a closer today. Today was purely we have a 7-1
Oh yeah,
lead.
we're 7-1. Right.
Glasnow was done after 6, 80-some pitches, which is first start, or I guess second start for him now,
which is right around the perfect wheelhouse
for 6 innings. And then we're up. We don't need to use any of our guys. Our key guys in the bullpen. That's what Yarborough, his role is probably going to be, just eat up innings. And by default, he got the save today.
Okay, nice.
So
yeah, so great day for the Dodgers, which brings our record up to 2-1. Yamamoto pitches tomorrow?
I think so.
And then Miller, and then
Mr. Bobby.
Yeah, so then Miller. Who's 4th?
Probably let me see. Gavin Stone probably. Or James Paxton.
So that's great, man. That was awesome. Awesome. Very excited.
Oh no. Bobby Miller tomorrow.
Oh, and then Yamamoto after him?
Yeah, I'm looking at it right now. Yeah.
Shit, alright. Why that is.
Yeah, and then Yamamoto Saturday. Yeah.
Nice.
Ooh, I might be going to hit that Saturday game. So that's good. I wanted to touch on this. I wanted to look at these, and let's react to these. So here are win totals for the year. Best regular season record. The Dodgers are the favorite at 185. Then it's Atlanta Braves. Then then it's Dodgers and Braves, and then it jumps up to 1,100. So 11-1. For the Astros, and then 14-1 for the Yankees, 16-1 to the Orioles, and then 19-1. So
Well, I'm surprised the Rangers aren't on there.
Cracking top 6 at least. That's crazy.
who would you give it to this? Who do you like it here?
I
You're a
pro-
betting man. As a betting man.
probably Braves or Dodgers. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
What's their record? Let me see. What's their record for most wins in MLB season?
Okay, let's go.
Oh, we did that 2016. Or no, wait. 2021.
When the most win.
Oh no. 2022. Sorry. Yeah,
Who won the most
111.
game? 111. That's the year we
We got knocked out.
by the Padres.
Yep.
All right. Well, okay. Well, look at this then. The Los Angeles Dodgers regular season wins for 2024 is the over/under is at 102.5.
Oh, I'd go over. I see them like at least 105.
Yeah, it's minus 125. You would not be making much money. You bet
Yeah, no.
$10, you win like.
Oh, so I'm losing money. Bet.
Nah, you're not losing. You're just not getting your.
Let's get my money back.
Yeah. So look, if you bet 10, you win 8. So it's not plus money. It's So instead of like it being an even bet, it's like a little kind of a given that the Dodgers are cut. Let's see the Yankees.
No, we weren't the most. We're tied for 4th most.
Yeah, I thought the Mariners had the most.
Yeah, Mariners. Yeah. Anyways,
The Yankees are set at 90 and a half. Let's see, Hotlanta is 101, so they have them literally just one game under us.
yeah, they might do that.
Let's see who else is good.
Astros.
See Rangers 88 and a half. Houston.
Yeah, Dodgers won
83.
100 games last year. I think they can muster up 5 more this year.
Yeah.
For sure. Yeah, I'll say 105.
That's good.
It's a good number.
How about Angels? Just for fun, real quick. Right there.
72 and a half.
Eesh. Maybe 75. I'd like for them to get to 75.
Okay, well let's go playoffs. To make the playoffs is kind of an easy one. The Dodgers are minus 6,000. So if you bet $10, you win 17 cents. You bet 1,500. If you bet 1,500, you win $25.
Wow.
That's insane.
Nobody does that, right?
There's some people. Nah, not this high of a number, but there are people like Phillies. Yeah, someone would take minus 250, and for sure, people do that. 1,000, people do that.
Yeah.
But then that's why people like will get fucking pissed because, like, let's say it's a boxing match and like everyone thinks Tyson's gonna win because he's a favorite. Someone will put like 500,000 to win like 25,000 because they think whatever should be a given. But then when there's an upset, that's why people get mad because they had to put a shitload of money to win some money and now they're lost it all. That's easy. To make playoffs, let's check your Angels. Yes is plus 870. Angels to make the playoffs. So you bet 100, you win 870.
Yeah.
It's kind of easy money, no? No.
Unfortunately, no. There's a part of me that low key wants the Angels to be halfway decent because I am a fan of their new manager, Ron Washington.
Oh yeah, I saw a clip today where some dude was kind of like asking him some shit about errors.
Yeah.
It was like he's like errors are part of the game. Fucking we lost because we didn't pitch good and we didn't score enough runs.
Yeah, they got dumpstered today.
Yeah, I saw too. Like what, 2-11 or some shit.
Yeah, against a team that's gonna be in it this year too for the AL. The Orioles are gonna be good.
Oh yeah, I saw the fucking I saw there was like a Trout highlight that I saw. And I was like, oh nice, they're probably doing good today. And then at the end I saw the score and I was like, wow. That's what else? Let's see.
MVP
Did I fucking pass it already?
awards.
National League MVP Acuna plus 500. Betts plus 650. Damn.
Wow.
Acuna and Betts are only 150 apart. Shohei's at 950 and Freeman's at 900. Why do you think that is? Oh, maybe because
He can only hit this year.
yeah.
So he would that would be insane if a DH, someone who
Okay.
don't even play defense, is
So yeah. I think that's pretty much impossible for him now.
for him to win no matter what. Honestly,
Yeah.
he would have to break Barry Bonds like single season.
Home run record?
Or I don't even think that's Barry Bonds' record.
No, that's what's his name?
Mark McGuire, no? Or
No. That other black guy from the
Canseco?
80s. No, from the 80s.
Sammy Sosa?
No. Forgot his name, but he's like
Single.
I remember someone like straight up like sent him a death
Hank
threat that-
Aaron?
Hank Aaron, yeah.
Nah.
Someone straight
That's
up didn't?
that's all time. That's all time.
Oh, that's all time? Oh, you meant
Yeah,
single
he's-
season. Single season.
yeah,
sorry,
single
sorry.
season.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, it is Barry Bonds. Okay, it is Barry Bonds. 73.
Oh, that's not pretty.
Well, if he does, that's the only way he wins.
Yeah,
That's the only way he wins MVP. That's
He
the
should have
only
had like at least like one today.
way. Yeah.
To be on pace.
He would have. Yeah, he would have to break that for him to. But yeah, there's no way Otani wins MVP.
Yeah, Hank Aaron was the one where they were like, because he was breaking whose record, like Babe Ruth or some shit, or some fucking one of those
No
motherfuckers.
sad. No sad.
Yeah,
I don't
he
know.
was breaking somebody's, and I remember I was watching whatever I was watching. They were like talking about how they straight up sent death threats to him because we can't have an African American breaking the record. It's just like, people. The Cy Young. All right, well, that's that. Tatis is up here at plus 100. That's kind or plus 1,000.
Yeah,
That's crazy. Cy Young, National League, Spencer Strider.
Oh wow. Strider,
Uh,
a lot of respect for Strider.
Glass now at 1,200.
Yeah, sounds about right. Wow, Zach Wheeler. Nice. How about AL, real quick? Yeah.
Corbin Burns, Tarek Scabal, Pablo Lopez.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
see.
Manager of the Year. AJ Hitch, Quintero, Ron Washington's right here.
If they make the playoffs with
They
that
have to give it to 'em,
roster,
huh?
Yeah, they gotta. Yeah, it's gotta be respect. For that.
Comeback Player of the Year, National League. O'Neal Cruz. Chris Sale, Bryce Hoskins. Ooh, Walker Buehler. What is Buehler gonna play? Soon, no?
I've seen June or
Oh, okay.
July. Let's see.
Regular season home runs leader: Aaron Judge, then Pete Alonso, Kyle Schwarber, Matt Olson, Yordan Alvarez, Shohei Ohtani.
Yeah, July. I'm thinking July or August.
I feel like that would disqualify him for comeback player of the year, though.
Yeah, unless unless he's like ridiculous.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but it's not enough baseball played. All right, well that's enough of that. The Ringers 2024 MLB preseason predictions. I'm just gonna go through this. It's 3 different writers. So let's see what they put here. Well, Ben Lindbergh says that the Braves are gonna be the World Series champs. I have never had a harder time making playoff picks. Some of my forecasts come down to single signing or injury. You swap out a third of these teams in favor of some ice snubs, say the Yankees, Blue Jays, Padres, and Giants, and I wouldn't quibble with your calls. I already regret my Cardinals selection, guy says. The good news is that very few teams are totally out of it before first pitch. Only 4, the Rockies, Nationals, the White Sox, and Athletics. So these teams are the shittiest. Have single-digit
Pretty
odds of
much.
making the playoffs per Fangraphs. That's a dramatic decrease relative to below you. Whatever the fuck, I don't care. Teams with single-digit Fangraph playoff odds on opening day. Damn. Teams with single-digit Fangraphs.
So that's a good
playoff
thing
odds.
then, right?
Yeah, so that means only 3. Yeah, like you said, there's only 4 teams that have.
That means it's supposed to be competitive this year. Then.
Yeah, so there's a lot of parity this year. Some of that has to do with expansion of the playoff field from 10 teams to 12, but even in the 2022, the first year with the current playoff platform, 10 teams were out of it or extremely long shots when the season started. Heck, even after the 2020 schedule was reduced to a small sample and the number of available playoff spots swelled to 16, 6 teams were still close to being deemed DOA when the season started. Granted, one of them, the Marlins, made it to October. Remember 2018? Okay, the flip side is that only 2 current clubs, the Dodgers and the Braves, can convincingly pass for super teams. No one else is near lock for the playoffs or a prohibitive favorite to win their division. It's just like Joe Morgan used to say, there are almost no great teams anymore. What we have instead is an amorphous, mediocre middle. Check out this chart, which shows the number of teams as each opening day that Fangraph projected to win between 83 and 85 games, and between 80 and 85 games, rounding projected with total wins from 0.4 and up to 0.5. Number of teams projected to be in the mediocre middle. So, damn, that's crazy. So there's 17 teams here that are going to win between 80 and 85. Hopefully your Angels fall in that.
Hopefully.
Yeah. Yeah, that's crazy. We're trying to pin the tail on a playoff team, which, while blindfolded, basically, baseball prospectus co-founder Joe Sheehan has a mantra: variance swamps everything. He usually means that randomness reigns over short-term time frames, but in this case, the sport's inherent randomness could be decisive, even over 162 games. All right. Yes. Yeah. Okay, this guy's like, I'm gonna skip all this. The lack of confidence. Okay, so for my fall classic matchup, I went with the likeliest outcome in the NL and the most fun outcome in the AL, where no one team clearly outclasses the other. The Mariners have holes, but they also have 3 of the top 10 betting favorites for the AL Cy Young Award. Would you want to face that trio in a short series? For once in the good people of Seattle's lives, let them see what a pennant looks like, if not a flag. How nice. Is that Cram? Atlanta has the best roster with the fewest holes in baseball. I don't care that the team squandered 100-plus wins with immediate playoff exits in 22 and 23 because the lineup and rotation with this many stars should do just fine in October. The AL race is more interesting because the league's best teams are much more tightly packed. Backdraft shit, whatever. So I went out on a thinner limb and selected Seattle, which boasts the AL's best rotation and a lineup powered by star power. See my MVP pick, which he probably has Julio, and increased depth. Odds are that a better touted contender like the Astros or Orioles will claim the AL pennant instead. But what fun is picking my favorites in both leagues.
They were a fun team last year. They won a little run. So yeah, I mean, why not?
I want someone. Okay, Bobby Wagner. Even with the addition. Okay, so this guy has the Dodgers winning it. Oh, he has Dodgers, Astros in the fucking Super Bowl. Even with the additions of even with the additions of Shohei Ohtani and Yamamoto, which everyone online acted very normal in response to. It's hard to say the Dodgers are the prohibitive favorite that the buying a championship narrative would have you believe. Okay, look, this is the thing about baseball that I always talk about. I'm gonna bring it up again. It doesn't in baseball. It literally does not matter. It's the one sport where 100% does not matter who's on your team or what. The best team never wins that season, as we've seen time and time again. And this whole buying a championship shit, it's stupid as fuck to say. It's the worst to say that about baseball. And it makes more sense like in the NBA or maybe even but in NFL you can't even do it. It's hard to do it in the NFL, so you can't really say that. But like
I feel like NBA is the one it's the
one sport where you can say that the most because motherfuckers will literally be like, trade me to Atlanta right now, or trade me to the Nets right now, or trade me to fucking, even though I have 4 years left on my contract, like straight up. So I don't know. I do think this whole buying a championship shit is. It's kind of hard to like bring up in baseball because motherfuckers will still get got even though they have like the best team. But I mean the Dodgers and the fucking Braves have been the best teams like the past 3 years now, and we have nothing to show for it. Well, since we won the championship, the Braves won? Oh yeah, the Braves won immediately after us, huh?
Yep.
Okay, never mind then. At least for the last 2 years, we have not been good, but we both got dumpster and dumpster both. The last 2 years. Atlanta has a roster that matches or even exceeds that of the Dodgers, depending on how you feel about their respective starting rotations. And there's always Houston. So consistent and successful that it would be foolish not to assume the Astros will be tough to eliminate. Plus, the obligatory mention of the Rangers, who I'm hearing won the World Series in 2023. Strange. Okay, right, like a blog post. But oh my, the Dodgers roster is loaded. A typical LA lineup will feature MVP winner, still playing at their peaks in the top 3 slots. Newly minted Dodgers for the next decade, Will Smith at cleanup, and 40-homer threat, Max Muncy 5th. If you take it through the grueling challenge unscathed, you'll be greeted by Teoscar Hernandez, career 116, what is that, WAR? WRC plus, what is that? Work?
Something.
Is that WAR?
Wins
running.
Wins. No, I think runs created.
We'll get
something
IT on
runs
that.
created.
James Outman. So then it's Teoscar Hernandez with 116 WRC plus, whatever that is. There has to be a better way to say that. James Outman with 118 and a 4.4 WAR season as a rookie.
I got you
last
right
year.
here already. I got you. Weighted runs created. Definition. Takes the statistic of runs created and adjusted by the number to account for important external factors like ballpark or era. It's adjusted. So a WRC plus of 100 is the league average, and 150 would be 50% above the league average.
Yeah, okay, so Teoscar Hernandez is above average at 116. Outman is at 118 and a 4.4 WAR season as a rookie. Then it's Jason Hayward, Chris Taylor, platoon, and finally, mercifully, number 9 batter Gavin Lux, a former top prospect with pretty good pop, who was putting together a consistent stretch of big league success before losing all of 2023 to a torn ACL. He is the biggest question mark, I think. Not even as just like batting, but like also on defense, because also Muncie's like a big question mark. But I feel like if you're gonna have if Lux really can't get anything going, we're gonna have to put Mookie at second and Rojas at shortstop. No,
At short. So this
Why
is my
not?
thing real quick. I'm at the point right now, just off of what I've seen in spring training,
And today, what I was watching.
I'm okay. I am okay with trading for a third baseman more than a shortstop. Hear me out. We can, which this probably won't happen, because what handcuffs us with that is that we did just sign Muncy this past offseason for 2 more years. We extended him 2
Yeah.
more years, right? So it's probably the least likely thing to happen, because we probably will. It's leaning towards us trading for a shortstop. But dude, if we can land a Nolan Arenado at third base and do what you just said, just slide over Rojas to
So then
short
we're-
and slide Mookie back to second. If
So
that's
then
how
we're
we have to
just-
let it go, then if that's how it's gonna go down, then that's how it's gonna go down.
and Muncie's out of the lineup.
And Muncie's gonna have to be out of the lineup and just be a sick bat off the bench, because we have our $700 million DH
This season.
Yeah.
so he ain't going nowhere. But and Freddie Freeman plays every day, so yeah, so Muncie's slide to the bench. Sorry, but not sorry. But on defense, he's a liability too.
Yeah, he's pretty bad.
And last season, Muncie offensively wasn't very good either. So I'm cool with maybe Nolan Arenado, which is very unlikely, but
Yeah.
I would love that.
You're like I'm cool with one of the best third basemen the MLB's had
Yeah,
for like
no.
the past 10 years. You're like, it's
No,
cool.
exactly.
Like, hey guys, no big deal. Just put him on my team, you know.
But why not? We just made 2 very good catching prospects very available.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, yeah, you're
So-
right. It just
But
yeah, I get what you're saying.
Willie Adames for sure, or a shortstop, not just Willie, but a shortstop is obviously where it's leaning to, so we can put Mookie back at second base, and
Lux is out of the lineup.
because
Yeah.
at the end of the day, I feel like Dave Roberts looks at the lineup and goes, if he had to choose between Lux or Muncie, I think a lot of people are gonna go Muncie, and Dave Roberts knows that.
Yeah.
He would go Muncie. So Lux would be the one, and it's easier for him. He didn't just sign 2 years, 15 or whatever months he got. He's not on that contract.
So, hey, Lux, take a seat.
But I mean, it's just ideas.
But we definitely got to do something.
Something with that left side of the infield, though.
You're like, we're just brainstorming. Nothing crazy. We're just brainstorming. We also have to do the breakdowns, the John Boy breakdowns.
Oh yeah,
Season just started, but those are always fun. That's like my favorite.
those are good.
That's made for sure baseball season really good. This is what I wanted to show you earlier.
That's filthy. Sinker. Starts at that front hit.
I
Comes
think
back.
he threw this 3 times in a row
Third time's a charm.
because it was a 1-2 count.
Mhm.
He threw it One, he could have called him. It was like right here. He easily could have called it,
Yeah.
and he didn't. And then so then he threw it again. It was super out. And then when he threw it this time to strike him out, I think it was like pretty similar, just lower. And Lux
Mhm.
was like, "What the fuck? That's because how Lux thinks it's a walk." But yeah, like I feel like the ump was like, "Nah, I didn't give it to him earlier. I have to give it to him now."
And just know, moving forward, when Lux is up to bat, every pitcher is going to attack that inner half for him. Just peep that. The next time you're watching a game,
That's how
Beat
he,
that.
that's his
that's
thing.
how they're gonna attack him every single time.
So
Let's see.
Um. Oh, okay. So we're talking about the home run thing, third base team. As with any team, there are question marks like whether a Patrick of young rotation will be able to hold down the fort while Walker Buehler works his way back into form, and Clayton Kershaw does whatever Clayton Kershaw needs to do to keep his surgically repaired shoulder healthy. But this is a baseball team that sports a lineup without a single hole, signed the best pitcher on the market, traded for and extended a very good veteran starter, and is welcoming back Walker, a former Cy Young contender, and Buehler, and a former Cy Young contender, and pulls elite relievers out of its hat so often it's becoming boring. Not a bad bet, says this guy. Oh, now MVPs. Julio Rodriguez.
My
You
guy.
gotta be good when you're known by one name, and that's not even uncommon. Had a semi-disappointing 2023 season, and he still finished fourth in AL MVP voting and AL Fangraphs WAR. Not many players would post a 126. I don't know how to call this. One runs created on the season. Catch fire after the All-Star break and still opt to make major swing changes. But Julio appears to have paid off. And probably he was better than that last August when he raked to the tune of 429, 474, 724 slash line, which includes a 4-game stretch in which he produced a record 17 hits. That
Yeah,
earned him
he
the AL
went
Player of the Month.
ridiculous.
Damn, that is insane.
Mhm.
Let's press on this.
I had him on my fantasy team last year, and yeah, that stretch he was in. He went nuts.
Great.
Rodriguez at the offense again. In the midst of the hottest stretch of his career, he led off the game with a single to left off Astros starter Framber Valdez. Stole second and scored on Suarez's single. It set the tone for the rest of the game. Rodriguez would finish with 4 hits in 6 plate appearances, giving him 17 hits in the past 4 games, which is an MLB record. Milt Stock of the Brooklyn Robins held the previous record of 16 hits in 4 games, which was set in 1925. Rodriguez also tied Stock's record for 4 straight games with 4+ hits. Wow, 17 hits in 4 games. I've never seen anything like that, and nobody in the history of MLB has seen anything like that, said Valdez said. Julio is just smoking hot right now, and it's fun to watch. Every time he goes up there, he expects to get a hit. We expect to watch him get a hit. That earned him AL Player of the Month this year. He may level up to Player of the Season. I could absolutely see Juan Soto having a huge walk here.
Salud.
Okay, back. Thank you. I could absolutely see Juan Soto having a huge walk year. What does that mean? Like just getting a lot of walks?
Yeah, just get on
Both-
base a lot.
Both bases on walks wise and in the contractual sense, even if his swing isn't set up to make the most of the Yankee Stadium dimensions. But it takes a lot of offense for an iffy corner outfield to equal the overall value accrued by a sterling center fielder. And Julio might match Soto bomb for bomb. Bam, 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 bam. All right, Wagner says 1980, George Brett won AL MVP while playing just 117 games. Since then, excluding 1981, 1984, and 20 seasons, Corey Seager is the only position player to finish in the top 3 of MVP voting while playing fewer than 130 games, and he's just one of the 3 finished in the top 5. Seager managed that last season when he only played 119 games. Now, is any of that predictive in any way? Probably not. Seager is a bona fide superstar and one of the best hitters in baseball, and sure-handed enough at a key middle infield position to rack up value incredibly fast. We all know this. But injuries have disrupted enough of his campaigns at this point that it's starting to feel like we're just going to get a great Seager in 3 months increments. So this guy's making an argument for Seager. If Seager stays on the field for 10 to 20 more games in 2024, voters may want to reward him but how great he is in limited seasons last season and how instrumental he was to the Rangers 2023. So that answers that. Cram says, if I'm predicting a big season for the Mariners, I might as well predict a big season for the best player too. Last season, Julio Rodriguez had a below-average batting line at the All-Star break and was still good enough to finish 4th in AL MVP voting. If he's productive at the plate all of 2024 and provides his typical value of the bases in the field, he should become the 3rd MVP in franchise history, joining Ichiro and Ken Griffey Jr.
I love it.
Okay, NL MVP. Lindenberg has Ronald Acuna. Last spring, I made a bold prediction that Acuna would have a 50-50 season. If I set the same expectation today in the walk of Acuna's 40-70 unanimous MVP campaign, it wouldn't be bold. Would you believe that despite being the 2nd best hitter in baseball last year, Acuna underperformed his expected stats by 2nd widest margin? Okay, I want to see the graph.
Wow.
Do you know how to
Me
read
either.
this?
Me
okay.
either. No. What does that say? WOBS or WOBA?
WOBA.
WOBA. MLB.
Actually, this should say up here. Oh, look, it literally says right here. Okay, some of these
great.
say fuck.
Weighted on base average. So just how
Minus-
often? I'm assuming how often you get on base. Is a version of on base percentage that accounts for how a player reaches base. Instead of simply considering whether a player reaches base.
So weighted on base average minus the expected weighted on base average.
Yeah, that's doing too much, bro.
So it's like minus 30, minus 3%. So he had what? What did that say? Impressive. Whatever. Impressive as his unparalleled power speed season was, there's still room for him to be better. After the plate discipline improvements he made last year, the 26-year-old skill level knows no ceiling. Only the knee that ended his 2021 season early hampered him in 2022 and gave the Braves a scare this spring and stop him. Oh.
Yeah, that dude's a beast.
Cram, Mookie Betts. I will continue to pick Betts until he becomes the first player since Frank Robinson to win both AL and NL MVP awards. I have to be right one of these years, darn it. Now that he's in the National League, Ohtani might be Betts to that honor, but I don't think it's likely to come this season when it's only DH rather than a two-way contributor. Good point. If we could put on our just asking questions hats for a second, allow me to pose this. Why was Acuna Jr. the unanimous MVP last year? I know what you're thinking. Acuna's 2023 season was just the 5th in Major League history in which a player hit at least 40 home runs and stole at least 40 bases. Cool club. Here are the MVP finishes of the other 4 players that did that. Jose Canseco 1st, Barry Bonds 5th, Alex Rodriguez 9th, Soriano 6th. I'm not trying to pour cold water on Acuna's achievement, though I'm aware that that's exactly what this ended up sounding like. I'm more so trying to figure out why that became the overwhelming decisive factor for voters between Acuna, 8.4 WAR, and Mookie Betts, 8.3 WAR, when 40-40 hasn't historically clinched the MVP. There are other factors like the fact that Acuna hadn't won the award yet and Betts had, or that the Braves have been so dominant as a team recently. I would have probably voted for Acuna last season, but I don't think it should have been so cut and dry, which is my long way of saying that I think Betts is about as deserving a second place finisher as we've had in some time, and that translates favorably to a narrative for him to be awarded 2024. All right, I don't want to read the songs, but I'll do the NL one. Yeah, Spencer Strider, and then this guy says Logan. Flopped. Skipping this. Or actually, we could do these. What is this? Breakout player? No. Let's do flop team. This guy Lindenberg says the Yankees.
The Yankees are always a good pick for a flop every year, honestly.
Okay. They're at least as likely to return to the playoffs as they are to snap their 31 winning season, their streak of 31 winning seasons. But the downside risk is real. The lineup should be better than a two-man show, though. Its top two men, Judge and Soto, can carry an offense. But given the uncertain status of Cole's elbow, and there's some serious collapse risk in a pitching staff that ranks 17th in projected WAR and depends on big bounce backs by Carlos Rondon and Nestor Cortez, this team has missed the playoffs in back-to-back seasons only once since the strike, and that was only a few years after its last title. If it happens again this year, the Bronx may burn, they say. St. Louis Cardinals, says Cram. And Wagner says the Orioles. It would be disingenuous not to acknowledge the overwhelming young talent dotting the lineup, but the young talent sometimes regresses a bit. The Orioles clearly caught magic in regular season last year, but were quickly exposed by the Rangers. And despite Corbin Burns' trade this offseason, this rotation has more questions than answers. John Means is coming back from Tommy John, which is never a sure proposition, and Kyle Bradish trying to dodge TJ, which doesn't leave a great taste in your mouth. What does that mean, dodge TJ? Oh, Tommy John.
Yeah.
To legitimately compete in a very tough AL East, you'll need Grayson Rodriguez to expeditiously show that he can be the ace who was promised. Not to mention, we know that GM Mike Elias is, well, say, hesitant to make all-in moves. Surprise team. Lindenberg says Padres. That's whatever. Graham says Mariners. Cram has like short and sweet. These other guys are writing fucking too much. All right, well, those are the predictions from the Ringer. That's it. That's what we got. Let's go into this.
Yeah, let's get
Ohtani. Ohtani. Okay, so everybody knows the news. This was already like last week. So if anyone's watching this right now, you've been living under a rock. Ohtani's interpreter apparently stole money from Ohtani's account to pay off gambling debts. And he was fired immediately after the first Dodger game in Korea. Without Ohtani's knowledge. He found out after the fact, apparently. So, that was last week. This was updated on March 25th, which was 3 days ago. So let's go through this. 5 big questions about MLB's investigation into Shohei Ohtani and his interpreter. The newest Dodger star and his longtime interpreter, Ippei Mizuhara, are at the center of an investigation into sports gambling debts and what Ohtani's attorneys are calling massive theft. What do we know? Why has the story changed so much already? And what could come next? Dun, dun, dun. Okay, hold on. Okay, here. On March 25th, on Monday afternoon at Dodger Stadium, Shohei Ohtani, accompanied with his interpreter, read a statement in which he denied betting on baseball or any other sports or asking anyone to do so on his behalf. He also said that his former interpreter, Ippei Mizuhara, placed the bets without Ohtani's knowledge, stole money from his account, failed to communicate to Ohtani that members of the media were inquiring about the wire transfers, and falsely told a representative for Ohtani that Ohtani had paid off Mizuhara's debt. All of this has been a complete lie, Ohtani said. Ohtani added he had no knowledge of Mizuhara's gambling and debt until after the Dodgers' first game. Seoul last Wednesday. Musahara addressed the Dodgers about his gambling addiction. Otani said he never agreed to pay off the debt or make payments to a bookmaker that Musahara admitted to Otani after the post-game meeting that he had been using Otani's account to send the payments. Otani added that he's beyond shocked that he's assisting in all ongoing investigations and that his lawyers handle matters from here on out. He did not take questions. I was kind of worried when this first popped off because I was like, God, it's gonna fucking jinx the season. Otani's gonna look like shit, and this is gonna turn into like one of the worst contracts since like when Pujols went to the Angels. And
Okay, worried what? That he was the one betting, or just this whole thing would kind of be a cloud over
I
us?
don't think he was the one betting, and even if he was, I don't think he's not gonna get in trouble for it.
I agree.
Like, this guy is such a fucking. This guy's making you so much money. There's no way that you're gonna put this guy in jail, dude, because of some betting that he's doing, right? I don't know. In my head, like, I posted a tweet on my Instagram, where this guy was kind of like tweeted about how like he's like, let's go back to ESPN that's sponsored by mybookie.com, where we have I don't know, Kirsten Watson doing an interview with the commissioner of the MLB. And that interview is sponsored by FanDuel, and then you know, whatever. Like, they're constantly fucking promoting gambling. So like this whole gambling shit. Obviously, what this guy was doing was like illegal. If it was like a you know, whatever, like a private shark or not shark, but like an illegal bookie, or whatever the fuck he was doing. But like, whatever. I just don't think it's like that big of a fucking deal, to be honest. I mean, someone betting. I do think that like if you're betting to like some illegal shit or whatever, to the point that you owe $4.5 million or some shit.
Yeah, that's ridiculous.
That's ridiculous. Like, really, like, what are you putting like $500,000 bets? Like, I don't understand.
And you're trash. That kind of money.
And you're trash. Yeah. And you're
Clearly.
like, stop betting on like, fuck. Like, what are you betting on?
They said overseas soccer, or at least I've seen that in one of the reports, but nothing on baseball, nothing on any of that. It was
So like,
allegedly.
so that's why I was like, fuck, this is just gonna like fuck with his head. He's not gonna feel like you're like in the middle of this investigation, and now you're fucking, you know, you just signed this big contract. You're finally moved on to another team, and now you're gonna get fired, or you're gonna, you know, you have this weight on your shoulders over this bullshit that got going on.
Yeah.
But and that's what I was worried about. But I mean, I didn't think that he like did anything regardless.
No, I agree. I feel the same way.
I mean, yeah, unless he was betting, like, obviously, unless he was betting on baseball, then that's hard.
Okay, you're saying when you're saying he, who?
I mean, I guess either of them. Because let's say Otani wasn't betting on. Let's say Otani wasn't betting, and it was just the other guy, right? Let's just. I think we all agree that we don't think Otani was betting.
Yeah.
I don't think so. Let's just agree on that. But even if this interpreter is betting on baseball, like how are you not going to be like, bro, like, please hit a home run, or like, I don't know, like, what is it that you're betting on? Like, is there any way you could be like, man, like, hey, like, you know, get more than 5
I really
strikeouts?
don't think it was baseball. I really don't think it was baseball.
Yeah, I'm just reading this because it says
on something. But no, he said in one of the statements. I know the story's changed so many times, but what's come from the interpreter and his side of the story was, I didn't know that, I didn't know this was wrong, and I'll learn from it. But as far as betting or gambling on baseball or betting on baseball, like I never did that because there's a spring training, like training that we do that tells us that there's always a meeting during spring training that tells you, yo, betting on MLB is obviously off limits. So I don't think it was baseball. He was clearly doing something, and clearly he was terrible at it, and tried. He just tried. He tried it, and nah.
Yeah, I agree. So then people on Twitter were like showing the clip of him in the dugout, like smiling
Oh,
at his
yeah.
friend. Be like, this doesn't look like somebody who knows that he's getting money stolen from him or whatever. So that's what this point right here is what's with the conflicting stories is what I'm going to read next. Hopefully it's not too long, and it looks long as fuck, but all right. The strangest aspect of the story is about face by. The strongest aspect of this story is the about face by both Mizuhara and Otani's spokesman between Tuesday and Wednesday. Remember, both said on Tuesday that Otani made the payments to settle Ippei's debt. According to the timeline published Friday ESPN, the darkest timeline, save for any timeline that includes bets being placed on baseball. The spokesman quoted Otani saying, "Yeah, I sent several large payments. That's the maximum amount I could send." Mizuhara corroborated that tale, telling ESPN, "I explained my situation, and obviously he wasn't happy about it, but he said he would help me." Mizuhara added that Otani didn't know or ask about the legality or lack thereof of the payments, and that I don't think either of us thought about that at all at that time at all. On Wednesday, both Mizuhara and the spokesman disavowed those previous statements. Ippei was lying, the spokesman said. Shohei didn't know. Ippei then corroborated that tale, and Otani's attorneys pivoted and provided an account of massive theft. What the hell happened here, and what did Sho know? There's literally a timeline. I was hoping to see an actual time. Okay, look, this kind of helps. So 7:30 Eastern time, 8:30 a.m. on Monday. While in South Korea preparing for a season opening series between the Dodgers and the Padres, learned something is happening concerning Otani. A source would later say MLB started seeking answers from federal authorities in California early Monday, but received no response. This is Monday, what? Oh yeah, before the season starts. Then ESPN contacts Otani's agent, Nes Balelo, to ask about information it has found, including that Otani's name appeared to be on 2 wire transfers totaling $1 million. The transfers had been sent in September and October to the Southern California bookmaking operation of Matthew Bauer. ESPN receives no immediate response. 6:30 a.m. Tuesday in Seoul, or whatever, 5:30 p.m. Monday. A crisis communications spokesman for Otani, who had just been hired, responds to ESPN. Over the next several hours, he and ESPN reporter talk at various times. As the spokesman says, he is getting up to speed on information from the Otani camp. 8:30 p.m. The spokesman for the first time says Otani paid the debts on behalf of Mizuhara. He says Balalo, the agent, went to Mizuhara, who finally came clean to him and said that was the truth. That Otani told Balalo he had covered Mizuhara's debts in $500,000 increments. It's not clear whether the spokesman is saying Otani communicated with Balalo through Mizuhara. The spokesman quotes Otani saying, "Yeah, I sent several large payments. That's the maximum amount I could spend." The ESPN reported, knowing the spokesman worked for Otani and wants to hear from Mizuhara. The spokesman says he will work on arranging that. Otani spokesman confirms 9:05 p.m. So 4 hours later, the gambling debt was at least $4.5 million. 10:30 p.m. Mizuhara speaks with an ESPN reporter by phone for 90 minutes from South Korea. The interview has been arranged and is attended by Otani's spokesman. Okay, so it looks like at first he was saying that he sent the money. right, which I already read earlier. Mizuhara declines to tell ESPN the full amount he's lost gambling, but confirms it's at least $4.5 million. He calls it embarrassing. My wife doesn't even know about any of this until even right now, he says. He says he felt uncomfortable and guilty for weeks after asking Ohtani to pay back his debts, but that Ohtani moved on. It was hard to see him, Mizuhara says. He's a great guy, and pretty much he went on with his life like nothing ever happened. Asked if he intended to pay back Ohtani, Mizuhara says he told his friend he would. He adds that Ohtani has never gambled and thinks gambling is terrible. He sees that teammates would be gambling all the time, and he'll be like, why are they doing this? Gambling is not good. He would make comments like that. People would ask him to go to casinos on road trips, and he would never go. No, he's not into it. Okay, that's like a little bit of a fuck. Like
It's a little too much, huh?
you're trying too hard here, you know?
Yeah.
He doesn't eat tacos. Like literally, we go to the taco stand, and he like just stands in the corner. Like it's like,
He's
bro,
vegan.
like,
He's vegan.
he's
He doesn't
vegan. Like,
order
oh my
asada.
god, like, yeah, like he one time like he didn't even want to drink milk if it wasn't almond milk. Like, all right, like like over explaining is like you're doing.
Yeah.
The Dodgers opened the 2024 season against the Padres, winning 5-2. Ohtani gets 2 hits and is seen in the dugout laughing with Mizuhara in the final minutes of the game. So this is what I was talking about. 6:05 in the morning. Fucking, I woke up for that shit, and I think I was asleep by then. I only watched like. An MLB source says officials are aware of what Mizuhara told ESPN the previous night, that Ohtani had covered his debts. The source says MLB still has not heard back from federal authorities. After the game, Dodgers hold a club meeting in the clubhouse where team owner Mark Walter tells the players a negative story is coming, according to a team official later. Mizuhara apologizes, according to the official. Tells the team he has a gambling addiction. The Dodgers executive Andrew Freeman stands up and says Ohtani had helped me to cover Mizuhara's losses, the team official and others present said. On the way back to the hotel, Ohtani starts asking questions about what had been said in the clubhouse. Ohtani spokesman told ESPN, and his representative says that when Ohtani told them he didn't recognize Mizuhara's version of the events. According to the Dodgers officials and Ohtani's spokesman, Ohtani's representatives had continued to rely on Mizuhara to communicate with Ohtani while they were dealing with the situation, and Mizuhara did not tell Ohtani what was happening. Fucking insane. According to the Ohtani spokesman, Ohtani discovers for the first time Wednesday that money is missing from his account. And maybe, I guess, I don't know. How often would you look at your account when you have a shitload of money in it, right?
It's just the fact that, like, yo, how does he have access to your account?
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Like,
He's your
shit can be
interpreter, not your. Well,
your
obviously we don't know
accountant.
exactly, but he's your interpreter and your accountant. Off the field. Like,
Yeah.
how does he have access to that? So that's where it's like, yeah, I hope all that like gets, handled.
so, like, how do we know that?
Okay, so yeah, because it's like, yeah, maybe he like an assistant. I don't know. But like, also, I would assume like his business, his accounts, like that shit got a language shit on it. Just press shit. Like when I was in Japan and I went to the ATM, I pressed English. You know, like I don't know, like
Yeah.
I don't think it's that easy, but I'm sure like his bank account could be reached by phone, like on his app on a phone. Like, you know, that shit could be on Japanese. I don't know. Who knows? But anyway. Ohtani's spokesman advises ESPN not to publish its story. Ippei was lying, he says. Shohei didn't know. In a rapid series of phone calls that follow, the spokesman emphasizes that all communication between Ohtani and his agent had gone through Mizuhara. Because of the seriousness of that allegation and emerging inconsistencies in the accounts, ESPN demands that Ohtani's spokesman go on the record with the theft allegation and gives him a 1:45 p.m. deadline. Ohtani's spokesman says Mizuhara is despondent and needs to explain the situation to his family, and that attorneys are preparing a statement. The spokesman promises a statement by 2 p.m. In the course of the recent media inquiries, we discovered that Shohei had been a victim of massive theft, and we are turning the matter over to the authorities. So this was pretty much just a whole gambit played by fucking Hara, it looks like.
Mm-hmm.
The Dodgers fired Mizuhara immediately after learning about the alleged theft. According to a team official, ESPN reaches Mizuhara by phone. He says he had lied in previous interview and walks back much of what he said. He tells ESPN Otani had no knowledge of his gambling activities, debts, or paid them. Asked if he had been accused of theft or embezzlement, he says he has been told not to comment, but he declines to say by whom. Obviously, this is my fault. Everything I've done, he says, I'm ready to face all the consequences. When did Otani become aware of the situation? They told me I can't answer anything. He says, oh, 90% of the representing you know. Are you taking any form of payment to tell me these things? No. Have you made any kind of agreement to say these things? No. Are you doing your own volition or free will? Yes. Did you bet on baseball? No. Did you lie to Shohei? Yes. ESPN asked if he had ever purposely misinformed Otani while interpreting the issues the reporter is asking about. Hara says, no, I have never done that. The ESPN reporter texts him with a final question. Did you take the money from Shohei's accounts without his knowledge? There is no response. All right. So then Otani spokesman tells ESPN that what has actually happened in recent days is that Mizuhara had been able to control information to Otani in his position as the interpreter, and that Otani hadn't realized what was happening until the post-game clubhouse meeting when a new interpreter was brought in. He didn't know any of it. He didn't know that there was some inquiry. The spokesman says after the game, that's when he found out. He didn't know what the. I mean, I guess Mizuhara was just not translating shit correctly to. Even as shit was popping off. But okay, will Manfred and MLB give Otani preferential treatment? No, if they want to maintain credibility and staying on top of the potential ill effects of the league's embrace of betting. Otani is MLB's goose egg. The last player Manfred would want to miss time or have his character tarnished. The league has already rewritten the rules on the field to accommodate Otani. Already? How?
The DH.
Oh, yeah.
And to pitch.
On the field to accommodate Otani. That's all the more reason to treat him the same off the field as anyone else. That's not to say that the league should go out of its way to make an example of Otani. In 2015, Marlins pitcher Jared Kosar was found to have placed illegal non-baseball bets. Manfred fined him and moved on. And everyone forgot about it until we started searching for precedents for the current controversy. If Otani didn't do anything worse than Kosar, he shouldn't suffer a harsher fate. Fair enough. Will this scandal inspire a larger sports gambling reckoning? Nah, sports leagues have been in bed with sports books for years now, and they're burrowing deep under the blankets by the day. Sports media is widely sponsored by sports books too. Unless somebody is found to have bet on baseball, which we must stress once more, hasn't been alleged, this is likely will morph into an extinction level scandal that forces serious self-reflection. Still, you can dodge potential hazardous asteroids for only so many centuries before one of them moves from close call to collision course. When will we actually get some answers? Fittingly enough, we don't know. According to ESPN's TJ Quinn, MLB will try to arrange interviews with all relevant parties, but it can't compel Ippei's participation now that he no longer works for a team. Too bad MLB didn't interview him on Tuesday or Wednesday when he was all too eager to talk. Otani too could decline to cooperate, a right afforded to members of the MLBPA. Or for Quinn, he could invoke his right under an interpretation of arbitration precedent to refuse cooperation because of a criminal investigation that's already underway. Though he's not known to be the subject of any criminal investigation and doesn't seem likely to be targeted. This is funny. MLB's paid administrative leave policy, which Trevor Bauer and Julio Urias were placed on during their days with the Dodgers, applies only to players who are being investigated for violations of the joint domestic violence, sexual assault, and child abuse policy. Otani hasn't even been accused of dealing directly with Bowery, whatever. The saying Bowery is the better.
Illegal bookie.
Yeah.
Book guy.
The book guy, yeah. To say nothing of betting on baseball. Thus, the expectation is that he'll remain on the active roster and continue to play as the process plays out. All right, well that's that. Yeah, I don't know. I do think it's just kind of like a weird situation, and I'm glad that it ends. Looks like it's gonna be taken care of under the right circumstances. But yeah, I do feel bad. I was kind of scared that like it was gonna tank Shohei's like confidence or like I don't know, because that was his boy. Regardless, I mean they were homies for a minute, so like
Oh,
it
yeah.
just kind of sucked to just see your homie, you know, be $4 million in debt and other shit. So. Yeah, but I mean,
But then if your homie's stealing from you, then it's like,
yeah. So yeah,
come on.
but it still sucks. Like you know, it still sucks to be like, damn, my homie was stealing from me. You know, interpreter was stealing. Like you know, I don't know. But it looked. I mean, everything looked good today. So like, I think he's good.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? He looked good today. Like I don't know what he got going on at home, but he got his wife at the game. He has like his own.
The
she
dog?
has like her. She has like
The
her own.
dog was
Yeah,
there too?
the dog and the
Mhm.
wife, and it looks like he has his own suite for her or something, or for him and his
Mhm.
family or whatever.
Oh, for sure. That was in the contract. Yo, wifey's gonna have her own suite.
Yeah,
Hey,
and
no
like
problem. No problem.
yeah, so yeah, that dog has like a way better life than all of us.
And it better be
combined, so-
dog friendly. And it better be
Yeah.
dog friendly. All right. Yeah. All right. Bet. All right. Put it in the contract. All right. Bet.
So I mean, I think he's solid. It did kind of worry me to have controversy set in. What? A week before the regular season started. So, but yeah, I mean, I guess you know we're caught up on what the fuck this is. We'll just have to wait to see what else comes out.
No, for
Anything else you want to talk about for MLB?
No, real quick, because I saw a funny picture of his
New interpreter. Look up.
his new interpreter.
Pull up the first.
It's like Ireton or some shit, right?
Yeah, Will. Just Google Will Ireton, and
This
that's
guy?
the first.
Is this
So-
who even this was even like
So clearly he's been around the team for a while, but
whatever, we know that already.
but clearly, ooh, you know,
Will the Thrill? Oh.
Already has a nickname.
Oh, okay. Has been the Dodgers performance operations manager since 2020, but many fans probably know him better by the nickname Roberts mentioned. It was emblazoned on the back of the Dodgers jersey he wore as the team's interpreter for Japanese pitcher
wow.
Kenta Maeda. Ah,
There you go.
yeah. So
Ireton has
He's a-
found
he's a
himself
day
throws
one.
back in. Dog, I was like, my Duolingo has to hit. I'm gonna apply for that shit. I'm gonna apply to be Shohei's. At least temporarily serving as Otani's personal interpreter as well as in-game interpreter for Japanese pitcher Yoshinobu Yamamoto. When Otani faced reporters Monday for the first time since the Mizuhara scandal broke, Ayrton sat by his side, carefully jotting down the two-time AL MVP's words and translating them into. All right, let's hear him. God damn it.
I just thought it was hilarious that first picture of him.
いただいてありがとうございます。僕も話したかったので、嬉しく思ってますし、まあ、チームの関係者の皆さん、僕自身もそうですけど、ファンの皆さんもここ1週間ぐらいですかね、厳しい、1週間だと思うんですけども、まあ、メディアの皆さんも含めて、まあ、我慢と、ご理解をしていただいたのはすごくありがたいなと、思っています。
yeah, he must be running
まあ、ま
fast
ず
as hell too.
まあ、僕自身も信頼していたまあ、方の、まあ、過ちというのを
And I'm very grateful that the media has been patient in this process. Just on a personal note, I'm very saddened and shocked that someone who I'm trusted has done this.
まあ、現在進行中の調査も
Oh,
あ
at
り
least they
まして
broke it up for him. That's
Eh,
good.
That's good.
知り
That's
まし
good.
た。
And finally, when we went back to the hotel and also as well that they
しいとは思わないですし、まあ、それ以上
or have willful
正直正しい言葉ではずっと過ごしてきて思って
it's
I want to hear this fool
弁護士
speak
の、
Japanese.
協力に、
I'm gonna obviously completely assist this
警察、 感覚でこの1週間ぐらいはずっと過ごしてきたので、今はそれをうまく言葉にするのは、難しいなという思って。
Lit.
Well, that's cool.
Team morale. He's been there for a while. I love it. I
Yeah.
love it. Good. Good. In-house guy. That's
This is
just some
why-
random
this
dude
is
off
why
the
you always
street.
hire in-house, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
All right, actually, let's go from this to this. My fantasy team. I was trying to think of something funny. This is the best I could do. Yoshi on my Otani till I Yamamoto. That's a good one. It's supposed to be Yoshi, like you know, yo comma she on my.
Oh.
You guys got it. Okay, so how do I go fucking? Is there a matchup button?
Just click on the current one, or
Oh, current
right
matchup.
there.
Hold on.
There you go. There you go.
Is that where I'm at? Okay. All right. So this is what I don't fucking understand. So every day you have to have someone that's starting that day.
You're starting pitching. Are you talking about pitching?
I just mean like your lineup in general.
Yeah, you leave your lineup as is every day for the week. Unless you get a notification on your phone if someone's not starting, who's a player, yo, it'll give you a notification. Yo, so and so is not playing. Or
Yeah,
let's
look,
just
like-
say,
Look, it says right here, William Contreras,
yeah, postponed. Today was
Postponed.
postponed, so you can't do nothing. Yeah, so
Trey
just leave
Turner
it.
postponed.
Oh.
Postponed. Okay, so that's what I'm saying. So like, what if your opponent has players that played more games than your players?
Then that's just bad luck. Hopefully they make it up. They'll probably, which normally they do make it up. So tomorrow they might do a doubleheader. There might be a doubleheader to make it up. So normally that won't.
So that affects it then, because what if you
No,
just
it
have?
wouldn't, because they make up the game with the doubleheader the next day.
But even
normally.
if no, but I'm just saying, like, you know how, I mean, everybody doesn't play every day. Like, you know how there's like sometimes some teams have breaks in between series.
No,
So
yeah.
like how would you so you just have to make sure that like you're saying, so every day you just have to make sure that all your team players are fucking
Yeah, it'll give you a notification.
like
Yo,
okay.
Acuna is out of lineup today.
Ah.
But it'll just be that. And if you have,
So then
if you
how
have
does it
somebody-
okay?
Go ahead.
Yeah, sorry. So then how does it work for pitchers? Like,
Pitchers, it's really the same thing. It's the same thing. Yo, so let's just say you have one pitcher on the bench. He's a starter. So Javier, oh, he's starting. It'll give you a notification a few hours before the game. Yo,
so
Javier's starting. He's
Uh-huh.
not in your lineup. So then you can go in there and then swap him out for someone who pitched today. So let's just say Javier's pitching tomorrow. So you would swap him for Shane Bieber because Shane Bieber pitched today.
Yeah,
And
no,
that's it. And that's it.
So what if the guy you're going against had more pitchers that pitched in that week?
Normally it evens out, but you know, so it's just bad luck. But that's not very common. It evens out. It evens out.
It just feels like there's a lot of chance for there to be like, out of all my players, there was 30 games that they played, and my opponent had like 32 games.
Yeah,
out
but
of all the-
all of us have that chance. So all of our players are like that.
All right, I guess that's
All of us. And the whole double, yeah, they'll make up the game. Tomorrow it'll probably be a doubleheader.
so then.
Yeah,
Okay,
it's not. They don't play. No, they get the game in. So it'll even out.
Yeah, look at this.
It's just unfortunate. You had 4 players to his only. Scroll down a little bit. How many players did he have not play? So he only had 2
One,
players
two.
that.
Yeah, and I had one. No, sorry.
No,
I had
no,
one, two,
you had
three,
4.
four.
So that's just bad luck. So tomorrow they'll make it up though.
All right. Well, look, look, let me show you. So on the first day, I was beating him 7-4 because the glass now popped off.
Mhm.
Then on the second day, he had 14 because of fucking Freddie Freeman, and I had fucking -5 because I think
That was
I think
Yamamoto.
Yamamoto. I think fucking fuck. Can I go back? Can I see? Is there like a way to? Oh,
Yeah.
look, I had 7 from Tatis,
Mm-hmm.
and then, but a -12 from Yamamoto.
Yeah. Yep.
So then, okay. So then, how do you do it? How do you do it?
What
how
part?
many? How many? Okay, because I have a relief pitcher, but how many starting pitchers do you have?
The same amount. I always have 1 relief pitcher.
Okay. So you always have one relief pitcher in here.
Yeah, one closer because, like my dad, go to my dad's team real quick. He's a perfect example because he had Evan Phillips on the bench on opening day, and I was like, "Yo, he might pitch today. He might get a save, and that's 9. That's 9-10 points right there. The ball breakers, I think. Yeah. Now do what you just did. Go back to
Oh,
the
this
game.
fool has this fool.
Yeah, Coach Schmidt. Yeah, my dad's team is going crazy. God damn.
But look, it says nothing. No points.
All right, go back. What's that,
Go
today?
back. Yeah, didn't Goldsmith pop off today?
Yeah, it's midnight. That's why.
Ah. But it shows Mookie though with 21.
Interesting.
Unless that's unless
Oh,
it's scripted.
Maybe
they
it's
already-
projected. That's just his average. That's just saying his average right now.
Oh, this says total right here. Well, look, if I go Thursday, whatever.
That's
Yeah,
fair.
7 points, 10 points. My dad
And
does
it
have a
was
good ass team.
Well,
Dog,
That's
you
just
fucking
it
you
went
fucking
down
cooked
today.
me at the draft. You cooked me
How?
and your dad cooked me. Cause you were like, oh yeah, like you should get this player or whatever. And then you immediately picked up fucking Yamamoto, or who did you pick up? Yeah. So I was like, all right. So then I got fucking Julio because you got Yamamoto before I could get him. Or fuck, I actually forgot what my draft was.
you can look it up, or you can do it. Go to my team, and then you can go to.
This shit looks. I feel like this is better to do on the phone, but I guess I'm more used to it. There's
Draft recap.
draft recap. Here you go. I got Jose Ramirez.
No,
Oh,
I did.
You did.
You got Acuna. I got him.
Okay, yeah, see, this is okay. Look, see, perfect example. So then I fucking, so I go this guy, then you go whatever. It goes through the fucking ringer.
Round 2, you got
Round
Glass
2,
now.
I got Glass now because you had already got fucking. What does it say? Oh, actually, my fucking thing was also fucked. Oh, I got Glass now, and Rodriguez, and then you got Yamamoto. Is that how it happened?
Yeah.
Someone else you took from me. Nah, I'm thinking of something else.
It's probably. No, you might be thinking of Otani.
You probably wanted Otani, and you didn't get Otani.
No. There was a couple times where I wanted somebody, and then immediately you took them. No, or maybe it was your dad. Your dad got a Rosarena when I wanted a Rosarena.
No, he did. There's a couple for me too. Where I was like,
Yeah, we were all behind each
I
other.
shouldn't have told them nothing.
Yeah, we were all behind each other. It was fucked up.
That's why.
All right, doesn't matter.
No, but anyway, so for him, I was like, yo, on opening day, Evan Phillips might get a save right here. That's an easy 9-10 points. So throw him in there.
And yeah, that's exactly what happened. He got 9-ish, 10 points. 9 points right there. Got the save, got a strikeout. Easy. Okay, like so for him, he has two relievers, which he should drop one of them or Iglesias. But yeah, same thing with him. Let's just say Corbin Burns started yesterday. Let's just say Jordan Montgomery is pitching tomorrow. Put Jordan Montgomery in for Corbin Burns. Boom.
Fuck, I was gonna say something. So wait, so who do you keep on your bench? Your dad has 3 pitchers on the bench.
I go or what I. It's gonna change throughout the year, but as of right now, I have Willie Adames on my bench, Josh Naylor, Sean Murphy. Those are all position players.
Yeah,
So
I also have
typically,
opposite.
so typically, I would at least want to have one starter on the bench. So have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So carry 7 starters and then have that one
Closer or reliever.
typically. So, but I'm just kind of trying to see who's kind of get a feel for this first matchup. But probably by next matchup, I'll have an extra starter on the bench. But
Alright.
typically, you want to have at least 1 or 2 starters on the bench, and at least 1 position player, because you're able to have 3 bench guys in total, pitcher or position player.
What? The Oscar had 0? Why? What's TB?
Total bases.
So he struck out. He probably he struck out.
3 times.
Struck out 3 times. So that's -3 points.
Oh, and then I got.
But he scored a run, scored 2 total bases. So yeah, it canceled out. 0 points.
Strikeouts are bad. No.
Everything's
That's-
+1. Everything's +1 except a home run.
How much is the home run?
I believe 5, because that's 4 total bases and you and an RBI.
Yeah.
Actually, it might be 6 because you score a run too. So all those are points. It's either 5 or 6. I think the point breakdown should be on there too. But yeah,
Fuck, I think I took Suzuki out and I put in the Oscar. Yeah, look, I moved him. Yeah, this guy was in the lineup. Fuck.
it's all right. It's a marathon. It's just this first matchup is gonna run through next week too. So next Sunday, will be the last day of this matchup right here.
Damn, Shane Bieber got me 26 points.
Mm-hmm. Very good.
Very good. Look at 11 strikeouts. So for pitchers, each inning is a point. So the deeper your pitcher goes, you're gonna keep getting points. And then obviously a win I think is 2 points, but a strikeout 1 point each. A walk is -1. A hit is -1.
So yeah, it adds up. It adds up.
All right. Well, that's enough. Oh, keep tabs on this.
Yeah, just keep your notifications on for that app. or
Yeah,
else
I
you're
did
gonna be
get some
shocked.
notifications.
If you play, it's always a good feeling when you get a notification and it's like, for you, Acuna hits a home run. You're like, oh, bet, let's go.
Yeah, I'm gonna
That
be
kind
watching
of
a lot of
Atlanta Braves.
games. A lot of Braves stuff. Are you watching the men's March Madness or the women's?
Nah,
I haven't been keeping up with none of that. Normally I do a bracket, but I don't know. I've just been so out of touch with the sports. All I see is Caitlin Clark all over the place. when it
Yeah,
comes
I
to
don't even know what's going on with the men. Clemson, Alabama. Yeah, I don't give a shit about any.
It's just nice to see a March Madness without, well, Duke's still in it, but yeah, Duke, Kentucky, Kansas, Gonzaga, like they're all normally 1 seeds.
All right, so LSU, UCLA.
Oh, UCLA still in there. All right, bet.
Nice. That's good. Iowa's still in it. That's good. Caitlin Clark against Colorado. Tomorrow at 12:30 p.m. Duke versus UConn at 5. Baylor, USC's in it too. Nice.
Oh, I've heard
Uh,
that one chick Juju as well too.
Yeah,
I've
she's
seen
good.
that.
I mean, people hate on her
Her
because
and, her and Caitlin Clark are the two
her
like faces.
her
of
stats
it.
are kind of dog shit, but 'cause people hate on her because her stats suck dick, but hold on. Can I see her stats? I don't know. I just see people on Twitter when after they post her stat line, it'll be like 12 for 30, some shit like that. People hate on her, but I mean, I'm all for the USC being good. You know what I mean? So
Mhm.
that's nice.
Well, not really. I'm a UCLA guy, but
Same shit, dude. I mean, if I had to pick one, I would pick UCLA because it's publicly funded and not a private school. But yeah, same shit. Actually, no. I mean, it's not the same shit. Yeah. But yeah, I feel you. Going women's, god damn it. So yeah, man, I'm excited for this. I don't really know much of like the dudes, but I do know that.
I'll probably tune in for like the Elite Eight and then
Yeah, that's what's after
to the
this.
final.
We're in the Sweet 16 right now. Tomorrow's all Elite 8 shit. I mean,
Sunday.
today is all sorry, Sweet 16 shit, and then
For sure.
but yes, that's. I kind of want it to be. I would love it to be a LSU versus Iowa again, but it looks like that's not gonna happen.
Is Angel Reese still in it?
Yeah, right.
Well, if Iowa wins and LSU wins, they play each other not in the final, but in the Elite Eight. So it won't even be
if I remember correctly, the whole Angel Reese, like when she really like went viral, was to Caitlin Clark, right? She was the one that
Yeah,
did
yeah.
that. The ring,
That You
it
Can't
was
See Me?
to Caitlin Clark, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Got that all right. But it was in the final. It was in the final.
Yeah, it
Final.
was in the final. Got it.
If
So
they
that would be a
both
sick
play,
matchup.
it'll be an Elite Eight, which would be cool because then it doesn't force us to pick between. Oh well, UCLA. If UCLA is gonna have to
Damn.
lose for that to happen. But at least USC will still be in it.
Fair enough. What do you
That's
think
nice.
about you seen Ice Cube offering her Caitlin
Oh
Clark
yeah, I think
like
that's.
$3 million
I mean,
for the big
could-
three instead of the WNBA?
Nah, was it instead? I feel like
Well, it's
she-
either that or
she
you
could do
think
both. No. Yeah, why not? Aren't they like at different times of the year?
I don't know. But the average salary, I think I saw something on Twitter. The average salary, and obviously she's not going to be getting
Average salary, but
if she goes to the WNBA, but
still.
$3 million is
Come on,
more
dog.
than what she'll
I
probably
don't.
get.
I mean, I think it would be cool to watch her play in the Big Three, but it would also be cool if she was in the WNBA. Like,
No, but yeah.
but like,
She's not gonna do that though. I don't think she'll take.
It would be cool if she did both because I would like to see her like.
Yeah.
go
That'd be
against
sick.
like
Why not?
old ass players and shit,
Steven Jackson and
Yeah, shit like that.
like and Derek Fisher. Or something. I don't know. Just
Yeah.
random old players.
That'd be cool. Yeah, so that's that. Yeah, I mean, I guess we'll keep an eye on this because I don't. Hopefully,
No, for
Iowa
sure.
and
I'll lock
LSU
in
win.
on the Elite Eight.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
when
yeah.
I
Elite
really
Eight going
start.
forward, I'm down. Yeah. All right. That's that. NFL draft guides. So apparently the Raiders and the Vikings want to make a hard run at do this.
Drake.
At a
who?
quarterback supposedly,
Oh, okay.
but see if I could find a. Short.
Harbor Freight knows on any given day, we're all mechanics.
Here's everything you need to know about the
Why is
NFL's
it in this
new
form?
kickoff rule. It's going to look a lot like the XFL's kickoff rule. The kicker's going to be at the 35, but the
You can hear
kickoff
it.
team is going to start on the other
I can't see it.
40-yard line, only
Can't
5
see it.
yards away from the blockers. These guys
Oh, I
won't
see
be
it
able to
now.
move
I
until
see it
the
now.
ball is touched by the returner. Now, the end zone to the 20-yard line
Okay, let me
will
restart
look a
it.
lot like the NFL's new
Okay.
kickoff rule. It's going to look a lot like the XFL's kickoff rule. The kicker's going to be at the 35, but the kickoff team is going to start on the other 40-yard line, only 5 yards away from the blockers. These guys won't be able to move until the ball is touched by the returner. Now, the end zone to the 20-yard line will be known as the landing zone. In this
So this is pretty dope. So
Wow. Okay.
so there's a landing zone, right? So, well, let me play a
is
little bit
where
on.
the returner or returners will set up. If the ball is caught in this zone, it must be returned. There are no more fair catches. Remember, this rule is to encourage returns. The return rate last year was only 22%.
No, yeah, I like that.
22%.
That's horrible. I like this though. Okay, I
It's like at that point, why not just make motherfuckers take ball at the top? You know, like when you're playing like 1-on-1 or whatever it is.
it.
Check the ball.
Yeah, check.
Check the ball. Might as well just check the ball. If you're 22%, honestly, bro,
Just
why
get me at the
even?
25. Just put the ball in 25.
Yeah,
Why,
like
why are
when
we
we're-
even going out there?
Yeah, when we're watching the game, in Chicago, you know, and it's super windy, and I'm watching fucking the kicker, Santos or whatever kicker they have, set up the kick because the ball keeps falling over for like 10 minutes because they have to have like some guy hold the ball for kickoff. Like, why are we doing that if it's not even getting returned? You know what I mean? Like, why are we going through the hassle of like, oh shit, we got to do the kickoff or whatever if it's not even getting returned? Do you remember Devin Hester? I don't know if that was before your time. Might have been.
That's definitely before my time, but I've
But you
used
know
them
who I'm
in
talking
Madden.
about, right?
Mhm,
Yes.
mhm,
So Devin
mhm.
Hester was one of the greatest. Is the greatest returner of all time. He has the record for the
He
most.
he just got inducted, didn't he?
I think so. Yeah, he has the
Ju-
most.
yeah.
He has the most punt returns and kickoff returns ever. Like, I don't know the number, but whatever, a good number, 16, 17, I think. Maybe more. I don't know. But anyway, and that was a lot of fun, and that was. I forgot what the rules were then, but they had moved the kick up a little bit. That's why it had went down by a lot. Like in I think
Yeah.
2010, 2011,
I remember that.
they moved it up, and that's what made so many kickoffs happen. So 22% is criminal, and this is great. This is great news. I love that I love that they pointed this out because I do hate the fact that nothing gets returned anymore.
And everything's landing in the end zone.
Yeah, exactly.
Wait, so what happens then?
The kicking team.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, hold on. Let me.
Rate last year was only 22%. So to incentivize that, touchbacks are much harsher to the kicking team. So let's break that down. If the kick doesn't reach the landing zone, the ball's placed at the 40-yard line. If it
There
goes
we go.
out of the end zone or flies into the end zone and is down like a normal touchback, the ball will be placed at the 35. If it hits in the landing zone and then rolls into the end zone and is down, the ball will be placed at the 20. But again, this is all to incentivize them kicking it into the landing zone. And if it's caught in the landing zone, it must be returned. Now, what about onside kicks? Well, the actual kick will look the exact same. The only difference is the team has to declare it to the referee, who will then notify the receiving team, which means there's no more surprise onside kicks. So, do you think this rule change will be good for the league?
Yes.
Yes, I do, 100%.
Mhm.
The last little tidbit about the
Onside
about
kick.
the onside kick thing.
Mhm.
Honestly, just fucking line them up the same way, and just make it so that just have your kicker learn how to kick it high, so that it turns into a
Like
fucking
a jump ball.
It literally
pretty
turns into
much?
like a 11-11 jump ball, yeah. Because as long as you can kick it high enough, give you enough air time to get all your players to like be in position to like fucking, jump for it. That's all you really. That's all, whatever. I mean, I don't know. It's like onside kicks need to be fun again. Okay, so that was so the first one was there will be fines. Yeah, whatever. Okay, I don't give a fuck about that. We just watched a video about that changing, so that's cool. Roger Goodell does not want you to spend time with your family. On Tuesday, NFL Commissioner Roger Goodell announced that the league would play 2 games on December 25th and Christmas Day doubleheader. It was a reversal, of course, since the NFL had previously said it would not play on Christmas this year. Falls on a Wednesday. This is what the NFL schedule will look like around the holiday. Starting Christmas Day, we'll have this long weekend of football. Week-long football stretch. December 25th, NFL game. December 26th, NFL game. December 28th, NFL games. December 29th, NFL games. December 30th, NFL game. December 31st, college football quarterfinals. January 1st, college football quarterfinals. The NFL is planning to play another game on Christmas Day, which is on a Wednesday, so on Wednesday, Christmas Day is coming. Nice. Another one. The trade deadline is moving back. Another proposal that passed this session will move the trade deadline back by a week to the Tuesday after week 9. Moving the trade deadline back, in theory, should promote more trade activity because teams in similar situations might be incentivized to make moves. But the change this year comes with interesting timing. The Tuesday after week 9 is election day, Tuesday, November 5th. The strange part is this has actually happened before. In 2020, election day was also the same day as the trade deadline, or I guess the other way around. What a day for cable television. Antonio Pierce gives a good quote. Listen to how Raiders head coach Antonio Pierce describes his leadership style. I'm the guardian at the gate, not letting any evil into that building, Pierce said. I'll let resident Ringer Raiders fan Austin Gale chime in on this. The best I felt about vibes with the Raiders since Tom Cable punched another coach in the face. That's hilarious. I have that meme in my phone, just ready to deploy it whenever I need to.
Really?
Yeah, it's pretty funny. It's just
I gotta see that. Pull it up.
When is it? Where is it at? This one. I have this one on my phone. Whenever I need to deploy this, you know what I mean? Whenever I'm like, you know what?
After they lose week 1 and then
Yeah. Like, don't worry.
on
don't
that
worry.
Monday.
Antonio Pierce don't worry, he's the guardian at the gate, guys. Got it. Believe you me. Is that okay, here we go. Jerry Jones, as he often does, spoke to reporters in Orlando on Monday. While he had updates on the Cowboys free agency spending and Dak Prescott's contract status, something else stood out. What did Jerry Jones scribble out on his notepad? Wrong answers only.
Oh, I love it. Let's see it.
It's literally just a bunch of scribbles on the fucking...
That first one.
It's maybe the pen wasn't working or something. I have no idea.
No, he was trying to check if it was working.
Yeah, he was
He's gonna
trying
flip
to...
the page.
Yeah. He had seen that it was working because it was already all these scribbles, but he was like, nah, let me double check. Let me triple check. Look, sometimes you just gotta doodle. Speaking of Dak, because his contract includes a no tag clause, it seemed more and more likely that Dak Prescott is headed for free agency in 2025. as he has not reached an extension agreement with the Cowboys this offseason. The way Jones described it, the two sides aren't even really trying to work one out. We are where we are. Locked and loaded for this year, Jones said. This is where this has been building, but it's still worth underlining. Prescott is setting himself up to hit free agent market next season, where he'd likely get a contract worth north of $55 million per year. This would happen a year after his salary cap hit for Dallas was over $60 million, and the Cowboys are setting themselves up to get nothing but a compensatory pick in return. It's terrible. The JJ McCarthy hype is real and spectacular. Oh, you want to comment on that? Go ahead. Sorry, I moved on too quick.
Real quick on the Dak thing. Does it feel good knowing we have a huge question mark after next season at the most important position of our team? Does that feel good? No. But am I like all up in arms about it? No. No. If not paying Dak means we're gonna re-sign Micah, re-sign CD, take care of everybody else. I know there's more people restructure or add years to DeMarcus Lawrence, pay everyone else. Then I'm cool with finding the next quarterback of the Dallas Cowboys.
And who's going to be the next quarterback? You're going to draft somebody?
Then let's figure that out when we get there. But if that means CD Lamb, we're still going to have a core that's of talent that's taken care of. We don't got to deal with it no more. Then all right, let's start searching. Let's start searching. I'm really not that mad at it. I'm really not that. Does it feel good? No, it doesn't feel good.
Okay,
but
I just want to remind you of two things.
Do I want to see Dak play for another team? No, not really. I don't.
The last time the Cowboys had a good quarterback that they picked on purpose was Troy Aikman when Jimmy Johnson was the head coach.
Gotcha.
They, by some miracle, Tony Romo became a good quarterback, and then by some miracle, Dak Prescott became a good quarterback. The odds that the Cowboys can find the next quarterback are very slim. And if it were me, I would rather keep Dak, because finding a quarterback is extremely hard. But you never know. Let's just see especially if you guys make it to the playoffs again next year, suck again, and then you guys lose Dak, but keep fucking McCarthy. And then sounds like that's what's gonna happen. And then right. Because you guys made it to the playoffs, be like the 25th pick. Like, what are you gonna do? Trade Micah for a top 5 pick? No.
For Patrick Mahomes, straight up.
Yeah, straight up. Who says no? Who says no?
Now, real quick, another thing too. When I first saw that notification of they're not even like working it out they're just gonna play it out, I thought about Justin Fields.
Yeah, that should have happened. There's no way Russell Wilson's gonna fucking start for them. And if they do, it's a fucking testament to how terrible Mike Tomlin is, how much of a fraud Mike Tomlin is. Because I saw that Ben Solak fucking play sheet on Russell Wilson, and it's so bad, so bad. He's just a bad quarter. He's just, I don't know what's up with Russell Wilson, but I don't know.
Or Trey Lance has something in there. I really don't care no more. If it means,
yeah, maybe.
If it means, all I'm saying, the point I'm trying to make is, if it means Micah's gonna be a Cowboy, CeeDee Lamb's gonna remain a Cowboy, we're gonna have to pay our Tyler Smith, our guard, because he's gonna be our next Zach Martin for the next 10 years. If it means that, then I'm cool. Let's go, run it. Let's start searching. But
yeah.
No, if we pay Dak and at the cost of not being able to pay Micah top dollar and he has to go somewhere else, or CD's gonna get 25 mil from somewhere else, that wouldn't sit right with me either. Then we're left with Dak and nobody else. So that's it. That's all I got.
Yeah, that's a good point. Damned if you do, damned if you don't, I guess.
Exactly.
The JJ McCarthy hype is real and spectacular. Michigan quarterback J.J. McCarthy has been getting a lot of buzz lately, and it reached a fever pitch during the meetings. Listen to these quotes. "You're talking about a national champ, a winner," Antonio Pierce said. "Well, I don't know how he's not in the top 3, if you want to be honest." I don't think he's.
I don't think so either.
Here's
I
a
think
Jim
he's
Harbaugh.
overhyped right now.
Super. They do this every fucking year. Jim Harbaugh,
I was just gonna say
McCarthy's
that.
coach in college, and now the Chargers head coach, said McCarthy had the best pro day I've ever seen. I mean, not only were his feet great in individual drills, but then he started throwing it. I mean, you would assume Harbaugh, you would assume Jim, you would assume that
Of
he'd
course
start
he's gonna
throwing
do
it.
that. Of course he's gonna say
But
that.
then
though.
get this, he was throwing the football. Yes, he did drills and threw a football. Revolutionary. Oh, wow. I didn't even see that. Harbaugh also said that decision makers from many teams were coming up to him unsolicited at the meetings to compliment his work with McCarthy, in case you were wondering. Yeah, so it kind of like, yeah, of course, the guy who was the head coach of this guy in college is like, oh, this guy's so good. I don't know. See, this is the type of shit that upsets me because it's like, Antonio, I don't know. Whatever. I mean, I guess I shouldn't read too much into this Antonio Pierce thing, but like, we shouldn't. Like, it's just you got ability or you don't, man. You know what I mean? Deshaun Watson, was he the number 1 overall pick?
No, I think he was like 11 or 12.
I don't want to be.
12th, yeah. 2017.
Okay.
12th.
Can I find the fucking draft though? So Cleveland Browns, Myles Garrett. Okay, that makes sense. But look at this. Look at this. This is insane. This guy, where is he? 12th. Deshaun Watson. He had won the Clemson. He had just come off winning the Clemson 2016. The Natty. Exactly. And with the number 2 pick, the Chicago Bears selected Mitchell Trubisky from North Carolina. Let that sink in for a little bit. Mitchell Trubisky
He could potentially. They're saying JJ McCarthy
is very much like that. He's that exact
It
same
could
thing.
very much potentially be a Mitchell Trubisky in this draft.
So then,
Because the Mitchell Trubisky hype was non-existent until like the pro day and all that. You didn't hear from him all the college season. He wasn't on any like top 5 drafts. It literally came out of nowhere. Like,
so Mitchell Trubisky.
There may be even more reason for JJ McCarthy to like be,
Yeah.
maybe considered more than Mitchell that year. So
For sure. Because at least
still.
Antonio Pierce is right. He did win a national championship.
Mm-hmm.
But Mitchell Trubisky did not. So this guy, 2nd overall. Patrick Mahomes, 10th. I mean, obviously that's a good pick, so I'm not gonna argue that one. And then Deshaun Watson was 12th. The whole time was like, Deshaun should be 1st because he just won a national championship. And I watched him play Alabama. He's good. He's throwing the football. He's doing good things. And he was really good. On Houston, he was fucking great.
Mm-hmm.
He carried that team single-handedly. And then he, got involved in all that other bullshit on sexual harassment bullshit. Obviously, he sucked. But so that's that year, right? Then can we do the next year? So then the following year, Sam Darnold is taken, or Baker Mayfield is taken 1st. Actually, this one's not even that bad. But Josh Allen ended up being probably the best quarterback out of this one. Josh Rosen was taken 10th and doesn't even play anymore. Baker Mayfield is above decent, but I still think, and Sam Darnold, you could talk yourself into, was good. I don't know what happened to him either, but like every year you get talked into these players. For sure. McCarthy's like another one. I'm trying to find the Sean The Kaiser draft. Okay, Murray makes perfect sense. That was good. Daniel Jones, 6th out of
Terrible.
Duke.
That was a good one.
Come
That's another
on.
Mitchell Trubisky one too. He
Come
came out of nowhere
on.
too.
Yes. Ohio State, Dwayne Haskins, taken 15th.
R.I.P.
R.I.P. Even at the time, he was pretty good at Ohio State. Even he had more reason to get taken. But Daniel Jones, literally nobody knew about him. Why did that guy go so high? It was literally like everybody was like, "Who the fuck is this guy?" Drew Lock, 42nd. Like, makes more sense. But yeah. One more. Joe Burrow without a see. This makes perfect. Yeah, come on.
Oh,
Tua. Yeah, okay. This one actually kind of made sense. This one was a good one.
That was a very good draft.
Yeah, this one
QB
was
draft.
actually pretty accurate in its ranking. But yeah. So yeah, I think JJ McCarthy was another one of the Google's gold picks, but I don't know. Tom Brady still doesn't own the Raiders. Brady has been trying to purchase a minority ownership stake in the Raiders for over a year, and the league is apparently making him work for it, according to Goodell. It has still not gone through. We go through a very thorough process on all ownership transfers, so we're just going through that process. We've been in touch with their side and the Raiders, Goodell says Tuesday. Think it's making progress. Okay. The Patriots were not Calvin Ridley's girlfriend catching strays. The Patriots were in the running to sign Ridley as a free agent before the standout wide receiver went to the Titans. It's one of the few missed opportunities for a team that hasn't added much firepower so far this offseason after top personnel executive Elliot Wolf spoke at the Combine about wanting to weaponize the offense. And Orlando team owner Robert Kraft explained what happened to Ridley. Robert Kraft says the Patriots were willing to match Calvin Ridley's top offer, but Ridley's girlfriend wanted him to remain in the South. It was made clear his girlfriend wanted to be in the South. He didn't want to be in the Northeast.
Understandable.
Yeah. Kraft acknowledged the Kobe situation may have also factored. Will Levis. Yeah, they don't even know who their quarterback is.
Well, is Tennessee really the South though?
Yeah. It's closer than New England.
Oh
my god.
Oh
You're
yeah,
open a
but
map. You're gonna make me open a US map, are you serious?
I mean, in the South, but that's still not even South though.
It is.
That ain't South.
Tennessee's right here, man. See this?
That ain't that South to me. That's mid.
Atlanta's right here. Like Atlanta's right here. This how is this not the South?
What's the drive from Atlanta to let's just say Nashville? Nashville.
Even if you cut this shit in fours, like if I cut this shit in half, like
ATL.
Yeah.
That's a 3-hour, 45-minute drive.
Exactly. That's like
all right.
That's close. That's literally how long it takes me to get to your house.
Yeah.
No, that's a little bit longer than getting to your house.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
I look for those watching at home. This is how it's categorized. The South is like most of Texas.
Yeah.
Most of Texas, maybe up to like, it's like most of Texas. Then it goes up. It's just I think it's just where Texas is, and then where Oklahoma is, and you just cut all this out. Yeah, Virginia, like this, literally, it is at the edge of the South. Though you're right, but like, yeah, because
I've never heard
Midwest.
of Tennessee referred to the South like that. Like, oh, I'm from the South. Oh, Tennessee.
Yeah, I only know because they always talk about country music being Nashville, like, right?
Yeah, because even then, I think of Midwest, like.
No, Midwest is like here, which is technically Mid-East, because I don't even know what they call this, like the Rockies. They call this the Midwest over here, like where.
Oh, I see.
Like they call this the Rockies, but I would say this is the Midwest because this is Midwest. But they call this the Midwest. I don't know. Yeah. Because they say Chicago's Midwest, Chicago's right here.
Mid-East, really?
Yeah, Mid East.
It really should be. Still whole thing's mid. Overall.
You like country music? No, we should go to Nashville.
A little bit. No, that'd be fire. Hell yeah.
That'd be
We can
sick.
get down to some Luke Holmes.
Yes, sir. I mean, they play a lot of rock music too. But anyway, so that's that. That's it. You wanted to go into some basketball? This looks fun. I think something we should talk about is the dunk of the decade. How do I find?
Oh, yes. Yes.
Oh, I fucking did it.
Had one shot attempt in that first half. Another turnover for Utah. Edwards gets it.
Oh my god.
Murder on 4K.
Had one shot
How do
attempt
I-
in that first half.
Murder.
Another turnover for Utah. Edwards gets it.
Oh
You
my
can't
God.
slow mo it? You can't slow mo it?
I want one that gives me different angles.
So look.
Hold on.
Attempt in that first half. Another turnover.
Give me a different angle.
Did not score. And only had one shot attempt in that first half. Another turnover for Utah. Edwards gets it back. And threw it down. And one from the Raptors.
He doesn't even react because he fucking
not
hit
Because
his
score.
he broke his finger, no?
And only had one
Or
shot attempt
dislocated
in
it.
that first half. Another turnover
But not
for
even on the
Utah.
one that he threw it
Edwards
down
gets
with, no?
Yeah.
I think the one that he put on his face. Oh, man.
And
Oh, yeah.
Utah. Edwards gets it back and threw it down. And one from the Raptors. And hitters hurt
Oh,
his
my
hand on that
God.
too. That
Yeah.
was ridiculous.
oof. In his foot. Jesus. At full speed, that's scary as fuck.
Why even try? Just
Yeah.
move. In the social media era that we live in now,
Utah.
dude,
Edwards
you
gets
know
it.
you're gonna be all over the place. Just move out the way.
And one from the Raptors.
Your kids have to see that when they grow up. Like, just move out the way, yo.
That was ridiculous.
To be fair, like where he took off from, it's hard to think he was gonna make that. Like, look at where he stepped.
Like a foot in front of the free throw line.
Yeah, he
Oh,
Collins
yeah.
probably thought like he's too far. He's not gonna make that. It'll end up being. I'm sure that's what he thought.
But even when he gets airborne, Joe,
From the Raptors.
don't jump. Like, he's got a dunk. Let me
And hitters
Yeah.
hurt his hand on
do a
that
spin
too.
move and like miss him.
That was
Yeah.
ridiculous.
If anything, fake it. Like, oh, I'm gonna block it. Like, psych. And then just-
Yeah, and then just let him go
Yeah.
instead of being
Come on.
embarrassed. Oh my!
It's only 2
goodness.
points anyway. It's only 2 points. But the dunk is forever.
Yeah, that poster lives forever.
Yeah, that shit's yeah.
That's
like,
an NFT right now.
like kids are gonna have that shit in their fucking rooms.
Mm-hmm.
Let's do okay. Your Clippers have been on a little bit of a slide, no?
Yeah. Since Russ went down, let's not
beat around the bush.
since Russ went down, he should be coming back. I think next week I saw or something like that.
Lakers are on a 5-game winning streak and still in 9th place.
Lovely.
So, Austin Reeves has been popping off lately. We came back on the Bucks. The Bucks are terrible. The Bucks. Let's actually. Cram session.
Yeah.
Doc Rivers regret. Lakers conspiracies and playoff possibility. I read a fucking right. Under review. Are we sure Doc Rivers has transformed the Bucks? Let's play a game. I'm going to share some overarching statistics about 2 different NBA teams, and you're going to decide which is better and more likely to win championship.
Yo, real quick, Doc Rivers got that one chip with the Celtics, right? In 09?
Yeah.
Or
it
08.
was
08, right?
Yeah, he beat the Lakers.
But that's it. But that's it, right?
Yeah, but I could have coached that team. They had like KG, Ray Allen.
Clearly something around the league where he's just like, clearly he's been put on like a pedestal on clearly for him to even
For no real
get
reason.
handed that Milwaukee job. Like,
Let me tell you.
I don't understand because he only has that one chip from 08. That's why I'm thinking like, okay, even before that 08 team, like, does he even have a good history of coaching before that? But dude, that's all he's got, and he's like so well respected like that.
It's because once people have been around, it's like having a job, like any job, right? Work somewhere, and once someone like everybody likes that person, they're like kind of known in the industry, company, whatever. They kind of get away with whatever the fuck they want. It's the same shit. Like I just feel like Doc Rivers is so synonymous with being an NBA coach. People just think like, oh, or like it's just like this blind loyalty to like, I don't know what, but like, I don't think he's a good coach. He wasn't a good coach. He wasn't a good coach with the Clippers. They didn't do shit that whole year.
Mm-hmm.
He went to the Sixers immediately. He got Embiid to play better, but they still didn't do shit. Okay, here.
Yeah, his record in the postseason is that's all you need to pull up.
Like it's
As a Clipper fan, I experienced it, and even when he went to Philly, he
just didn't do nothing. There's nothing he did.
Yeah,
Oh, this is fire. I love it already. I've never seen it.
This team has lost more games in the fourth quarter than anybody in the NBA. They know how to lose in the fourth quarter. All right? They're just showing us that right now.
This
That's
team knows how to
fire.
lose in the fourth quarter. They lose any more games than any team, whatever the fuck. You heard what he said. And literally since this fucking has happened, it's been fucking true this whole time.
Wow.
But yeah, so like the Clippers couldn't do anything. He had like a good content, right? And from what I understand from like the people that know basketball, from what I understand is it has to do with like he's kind of he's more of a vibes guy than he is like an X's and O's guy. You know what I mean?
Mm.
Yeah,
lot of
more of like a player's coach instead of like a.
Yeah, like he's kind of like what
the players type.
yeah. He's like a good like he keeps the vibe going and all that shit. But I don't think he's good like actually like with the actual X's and O's and all of this shit. I mean, I'm sure he knows his X's and O's, but I'm just saying,
could
like,
see
I
that.
think, you know what I mean?
For sure.
I already forgot. But yeah, so yeah, so he went to Clippers, didn't want anything. Went to Sixers. He was doing a podcast with Bill Simmons on basketball, and then he got hired to do the Bucks thing. So, but a lot of his quotes. Let me just see if I can find these. These are so funny. I wouldn't wish this on anyone. On taking over a team mid-season. Why did you take the job?
Oh yeah, take over the first.
He literally said
Weren't
this.
they first place?
Yeah.
I don't understand why you're doing this.
Yeah. I don't understand why you're doing this. Doug Rivers on the books calling him the coach. Wait, no, that's not it. I hate these fucking quotes. I want them from this season. I'm gonna put Doc Rivers quotes because there was like another one where he was just straight up blaming the
yeah,
players.
they're in Cabo or something like that. Yeah, right there, right there.
Where?
The
Yeah.
the fourth.
We
one,
had some
yeah.
guys here, some guys in Cabo. Like, I don't, like what is this? What is this? Like this type of like he's always does that too. He always like would blame the players or have like this like nothing ever really.
Yeah, he did with the
yeah.
Clippers.
And I think okay, this is a good.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I remember
This-
seeing that. JJ Redick calling him out.
Yeah, so like there's never any accountability with the guy. Like people got really mad at JJ Redick for saying this again because this other guy because Doc Rivers has seniority and people don't like it when people do that.
So
But-
respected. Mhm.
Yeah, but he played for him. Like he would know. Like who else would know but him, right? Like and who? Big Baby Davis or some shit got like really offended or some shit. But it's like I don't know, man. This fucking guy. I'm just
And
glad he-
only Glenn Baby Davis, because he's the only one who got playing time. But he knows with any other coach and any other team, he wouldn't get playing time.
Yeah, I mean he did come through for them, but he's not like he's not the major reason they won or anything. You know? It's like,
Exactly. Yeah.
come on. Yeah.
No.
So they're just bad. See. Okay, so whatever. So this is the team. This is the team before Doc Rivers. This is the team after Doc Rivers. Team A and Team B. So they've slid, right? Team A is the Milwaukee Bucks before Doc Rivers' first game as their new head coach, and in January, Team B is the Bucks with Doc on the bench. Despite several false starts and early evidence that Milwaukee's new coach had fixed the team's problems, which happened to coincide with an easy stretch of the schedule, the Bucks are right back where they started when Rivers replaced first-time head coach Adrian Griffin midway through the season. The Bucks are still plagued by the same inconsistencies that Coach Griffin lost his job. That cost Griffin his job. Sometimes they blow out the Thunder and hold one of the league's best teams to 98 points. Other times they blow a late lead to a Lakers team that's missing LeBron James, as they did twice in March. To be fair, some positive changes have emerged from Rivers' presence on the bench. Before Doc took over, the Bucks' defense ranked 22 in fast break points allowed and 29th in transition. Since Doc took over, they've improved. Milwaukee's players have talked about how Rivers' relationship and schemes contribute to a more cohesive unit on both ends of the floor, but professionalism goes only so far when the personnel isn't up to the task, and the Bucks still have the same major problem they faced all season: a lack of perimeter stoppers. With Drew Holiday gone, who can complement Giannis and Brook Lopez in the front court. One only needs to watch how D'Angelo Russell and Austin Reeves torched the Bucks for a combined 58 points on Tuesday to see Milwaukee's persistent perimeter weakness in effect. While the Bucks have improved in transition, their half-court offense hasn't followed suit. Milwaukee ranked 20th in half-court defense ratings before Rivers' first game with the team, and his 18th since. None of the teams with a worse half-court defense within the Bucks this season are true finals candidates. Anyway, I don't really care about any of this. I just kind of want to go in NBA. So the Lakers are 41-32. 5-game winning streak. There is a chance that they can make up some ground because I know the Suns have like a harder schedule right now, and the Lakers have a pretty easy one coming up.
Mm-hmm.
So there is chance that we can make. Yeah, like we have the Pacers next. We have Pacers, Nets, Raptors, Wizards, Cavs. We have Pacers, Nets, Raptors, Wizards, Cavs, Timberwolves, Warriors, Grizzlies, Pelicans. So if we could, I don't think we're gonna win out, but if we could drop only 2 of these games, that would be nice. I really don't want to be in the fucking play-in. But I do think our chances are pretty strong of winning the championship. However, I do feel like Ham is not a good coach, or has his moments, but I think collectively, Lakers Twitter is fucking tired of that guy.
Low key, it seems like it, yeah.
And I only know as much as Lakers Twitter tells me, so.
I feel like it's more of him just saying like stupid stuff after games, though.
That too, but he just also doesn't make good adjustments during the game, and he puts out weird lineups that it's like, why are you doing this? He insisted on started Taurean Prince and Cam Reddish over Austin Reeves and D'Angelo Russell, and for the first 20 games of the season, and that really fucking fucked us over. But now it's like clearly D'Angelo Russell's like our best guy, other than AD. I think our best guys are obviously AD, LeBron, and the third best is some nights it's D'Angelo, some nights it's Austin, some nights it's both. And then if that's not the case, then Rui will be the fucking other guy who's the 5th best guy for sure, you know?
Mm-hmm.
And but he like Ham just insisted on playing Taurean so much, playing Prince so much. He insisted on playing Reddish a lot. There's just a lot of things where he insists on certain guard lineups that it's like, this isn't necessary. Prince doesn't need to play small forward. He's too.
Mm-hmm.
I think Rui has like a way better chance of like doing something pretty good, you know, or being. I think he has like our best winning percentage when he's in the line or plays longer than like 20 minutes or something. So that's that with the Lakers, but I mean, I think we have a strong chance. The Kings have our number, but the Kings have been killing us all year. But besides that, I really don't want to be in the play-in. So I'm hoping that we can somehow make it to the 6th seed, some weird fashion. But I do think the Lakers have a strong chance of making the finals. All that being said, because I mean, I don't know. I think LeBron is still LeBron, AD is still AD, and if we could just get in there without having to do the plan, I think that'd be the best. I think that would be the best scenario.
Well, if the season ended right now, who'd you guys face?
Right now we're 9th, so we'd have to play the Kings.
Oh, the play-in cuts off at 7?
Yeah, so 7 plays 10 and 8 plays 9. So for 7 playing 10, if 7 wins. Yeah, if 7 plays 10. 7 plays 10. If 7 wins, they move on, and
so
10
it
is
cuts
out.
off at 6.
No,
like
wait,
I said,
it cuts
everyone
off.
under 6. Everyone
Yeah,
under
yeah, yeah.
6. Sorry.
It cuts off at 6.
That's what
Yeah,
I mean.
yeah. So 6 up. Yeah.
Got it. Okay.
So then 7 plays 10. If 7 wins the first game, then boom, they move on. No matter they're the 7th seed. If 10 has to beat the Suns twice, and then I think Lakers, Kings, whoever wins.
Hold on. So how does the rest of the top 6? How does the top 6 work then?
Well, they don't play. These have to play each other, and then once they determine who's 7 and who's 8, then it starts the.
Got it. Okay.
It was Nick Wright had a take.
Ridiculous, but can I throw a pretty ridiculous, but I believe it's correct NBA take at you?
Absolutely. I love these.
Even though they're the 9 seed, the Lakers appear to me to have the most upside. Everyone's healthy, everything clicks, all of it, but they can't beat Denver. The Lakers should want Denver in round 1. If you have to beat them no matter what, you want them in round 2 when you just went 6 or 7 with Minnesota or OKC and they swept whoever they were playing. You want them in round 3 when the games are every other day, or you want them in round 1 when there's 2 or 3 days between games at times.
Yep.
LeBron and AD can both play 44 minutes. You are as fresh as you're going to be at any point, and try to knock them off when they, you know what I mean, right before they have really hit their stride. Can I throw a pretty ridiculous?
I think that's a good take. They're currently in the 1st seed. We are the 9th seed. I think the way this would play out anyway is that the Suns will probably beat the Warriors, and we would have to beat the Kings, who have our number. I think we have to beat them twice.
Because it's best of 3, no?
Yeah, I think so.
Sure.
So yeah, that's appropriate take. Your Clippers are currently sitting in the 4 seed playing the Pelicans. Let's see. Oh, look right here. New Orleans Pelicans versus Los Angeles Clippers. Perfect. As relatively new Angelino, I'm surrounded by people who are in a phase of preparatory schadenfreude, really distracting themselves from the Lakers' mediocrity while they await a Clippers postseason collapse. While I don't count myself among those people, I do like the idea of failing fast, and I like the idea of self-discovery by way of walking on hot coals, which is exactly what a first-round matchup against the Pelicans, but just took over the stumbling Clippers for 4th in the West, would be. I don't understand any of that sentence, or any of that paragraph. Put it this way, thank you. I need the Clippers to pass a stress test before I can trust them again. If Zubats can survive a Zion Williamson, Jonas Valanciunas frontcourt, and if James Harden can withstand ball pressure from Herb Jones and Trey Murphy, then I'll be ready to ride with his team again. And there's a pathway there if the Clippers genuinely mean business. If Kawhi takes taking bumps from Williamson while attacking CJ McCollum and JV on the other end. But given how both teams are playing right now, I'm inclined to favor the Pelicans. And if that's how it's going to be, I don't need this version of the Clippers. Lazy and disconnected, 7-7 with a bottom 10 defense in March. Racing my television screen beyond April. I'd rather have a whole summer to think about whether Paul George looks better in a Sixers or Knicks jersey, and instead watch Williamson reintroduce himself to sweet casuals as a budding superstar who creates devastating mismatch problems for opposing defenses. Here's a scenario, and this is really just for the benefit of my Lakers group chat, that would give Clippers and Celtics fans aneurysm. Both teams face early exits, and Boston, in a last-ditch effort to connect the Jays, signs Harden to the vet. Wait, what? Both teams face early exits, and Boston, in a last-ditch effort to connect the Jays, signs Harden to the vet minimum this summer. I also like mess. Connect the Jays.
I don't get that.
Connect James Harden and Jason Tatum. And what's Brown's first name? Jonathan? Jonathan?
Jalen?
Jalen? Jonathan. Maybe that's what he... And Jay Holiday? Drew Holiday? So it would be...
And
Jason
James Harden.
James...
Damn.
Yeah, J. Yeah, it would all be J's. Okay, see, there we go. Figured it out. Don't fuck about that. Yeah. I mean, I think this is a compelling lineup, and I do think that would be a hard test because the Pelicans are good. Let's see. OKC Thunder versus Los Angeles Lakers. My most cherished "Don't bother me with data" NBA playoffs axiom is that when in doubt, experience beats youth. Doesn't always hold true, of course, but that's part of the fun in blindly subscribing to axioms. So you're damn right. I want to see the Los Angeles Lakers claw their way into a first-round clash with the OKC Thunder. I think we've played them pretty well this year. I think we've actually winning the.
Yeah.
Average age of LA's current starting five, it's 29.8, including a certain 39-year-old with 4 rings and 4 MVP trophies. Average age of OKC starters, that would be 22.6, including a 25-year-old point guard contending for this year's MVP award. LeBron James has logged 282 playoff games, which is more than the entire Thunder roster combined. Hell, Lakers forward Rui Hachimura has seen more playoff games, 21, than the Thunder's 5 starters combined. 13 for SGA, 6 for Dort, and 0 for all others. This might be LeBron's last best chance to make a deep playoff run because every run is his last best chance at this stage. This is SGA's first best chance to make a deep run, perhaps as deep as the finals. Yes, the Thunder are that talented, but they're also so green that it's hard to see them taking multiple rivals with more experience. Whether it's the Lakers, Clippers, Nuggets, Suns, Warriors, or some combination thereof. I'm not convinced the Lakers are good enough to contend for another title. I'm not convinced the Thunder are ready for primetime yet, but this would be a phenomenal test of all of our assumptions and cherished axioms. I love that take. That is actually. I do think this is like LeBron's last chance.
For sure.
That's what I got. Anything else on the Clippers?
No. No, just waiting for Russ to come back. I know he's coming back soon.
Oh, are you gonna watch the LeBron show with JJ Redick?
Hell no.
No, why not?
I'll watch the it's like too manufactured. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, it wasn't like
What does that even mean? It's too manufactured. Like what?
Like
it's too produced?
Yeah, like it's.
I mean, they're not shooting it on webcams
45
on their built
no.
PCs?
Yeah, for real. No, like it's like 45-minute episodes. Like, what are they really talking about? Like, when I think of a podcast, I think of like they're talking about like what's going on, not just basketball, but just like everything. Like, let me get LeBron's takes on the world or something, like, or like stuff like
I don't want to hear that. It's gonna hurt my heart when he's like,
no. That's just an example. I know he gets real cringy on when he talks about stuff that's not basketball, right? But that's just an example. But no, like it's just like, all right, you're giving us like the X's and O's about, or telling us how Ty Lue likes to switch on certain, like, okay, but for 45 minutes of that, nah, I'm good.
Nah, that's why I'm in, because I don't really know anywhere else to. I feel like all of NBA talk is just always like Russell Wilson will never win a championship, and then just people arguing about that. Everything's like either that or like a podcast of someone being like, when I played in the NFL, I almost got in a fight with fucking Michael Beasley or some shit.
Okay. Perfect.
So
I love that you just brought that up.
The podcasts are always like some guy talking about all his stories, or on the podcast, or it's First Take where everyone's just like, you know, who do you want taking the last shot at, or the world is gonna end, and then fucking what's his name is like, I want Iguodala. Like, you know, I don't know much about like with the football. I know a lot more about like the X's and O's. With this shit,
I got you. I got a perfect example: Shannon Sharp and Chad Ochocinco, and what they do.
Yeah, but they do like both, right? Or they do like
If you sit and watch an episode of Nightcap with Ocho and Shannon, it's golden, dude. They get their football takes in, whatever the new updates were, boom, and then they start whatever the chat is. But that's the beauty of it being like live. You know what I'm saying? They interact with the chat. Yo, so and so, Shannon's
Yeah.
assistant. Yo, here's the questions throughout the chat. Boom, and they start ringing off. It's more like that instead of like, I don't know. Something tells me like some of those first 2 episodes were recorded like
Like a while ago.
is,
Yeah,
but
probably.
it's not really like up
They're talking
to
about
date,
like they're talking about
like-
like plays and like because I saw one of the clips that I saw. Actually, let's see if I.
Like it don't gotta be live, but I'm just saying like, and they get to be in person too. Like they're sitting down on a table, 45 minutes of them talking. Like if they did what Shannon Sharp and Ocho did, like at least keeping it light, you know, joking around, talking about, you know, updated stuff, but they get to do it in person, like something like that is what I think of. It's too. That's what I mean. Like it's too like produced, like too like it's too much behind it, and then yeah. And I don't really like LeBron James like that, so I'm good. I'm good.
Yeah, like.
Say we're running thumb down angle. We're running on the right side. So because I have a left-hand point guard, he wants to come middle to a strong hand. He has the ability to hit the pocket pass with the left hand, has the ability to throw ahead, he's lefty, and also has the ability to throw back on the shake. But if I say, hey, we run a thumb down angle on the left side because now the right-hand guard coming right.
Terminology, thumb down. Half-court set in which a ball screener receives a down screen from another offensive player before initiating a pick and roll with the ball handler.
Nice. Now, what the next time they play a team, they know what thumb down means.
What do you mean?
No, well, that's
So they'll adjust it.
That's a universal thing. That's like saying like Tampa 2 defense.
I'm just hating.
Which is always in practice.
You're like, great, they're drinking wine.
It's just hate.
You're like, great, they're drinking wine. LeBron's gonna be drunk at his next game.
LeBron's the only one drinking wine.
I could flip a play when I was 8 years old. No matter if it was just pass and cut. No matter if it was, let's run flex, but let's start on the left side.
Look at this. It's okay. Well, look, we're talking about this. Show you something.
I guess my problem is it's called a podcast. It's not really like a podcast to me. It's just call it a show. Like there's a show they come out with a 45-minute episode each week or whatever. Cool, I'm cool with that. But it's not really a podcast to me.
You're like upset at the aesthetics of it. You're like,
yeah, it's just titled wrong. It's not a pod.
Yeah.
That's not a pod.
Look, this guy used to make good videos. I don't know what happened to him. He doesn't.
3 years ago. Damn.
Look.
What's up, Laker fans? Anthony Davis's incredible defense has helped the Lakers close out several close games. In this video, I take a closer look at how his extraordinary versatility has helped the
I
Lakers
used
in
to
the
watch these
clutch.
3 years ago.
Frank Vogel has put AD on the best big or wing down the stretch of close games, and sometimes even guards. He's been particularly fantastic on those wings, where he did excellent work on both Kawhi Leonard and Pascal Siakam. His size allows him to easily fight through screens, while his speed, agility, and footwork helps him stay attached. Then his length takes over and he completely engulfs guys. But he rarely gives up on a play. Brandon Ingram beats him here, but AD trails from behind, then swipes down and to the side. That way he hits the ball, but doesn't swing through to hit Ingram's wrist, risking a foul. AD's attention to these small details is part of the reason why he's the best defender in the league.
Yeah.
That's a reach.
No, that's not a reach.
No, I'm saying like a
He's
reach.
also been
best
imposing
defender
that
of the
length
league.
on opponents.
Oh,
on the
like
perimeter.
literally a reach, like he reached.
Yeah. Yeah.
Not
Not
like,
like physically reaching there.
yeah. Well, anyway, this one he's in a lot of them. He would be like this.
CP3 on OKC is funny. Damn.
Like he'll break down. Like, oh, look, like this one's.
What's up, Laker fan? They don't. That means the defense is in a zone. The best place to attack a 2-3 zone is right in the middle of it at the free throw line. Good things
so he,
happen
like,
when you get
breaks-
the ball here, but the Lakers weren't doing.
He breaks down like what the fuck, you know?
Oh, that's when the Lakers had J. Cole on their team, huh?
Yeah, that's when we had fucking J. Cole.
Something
this guy?
Cook. No.
Oh,
Cook.
this guy?
Yeah, him.
Doing that at first.
Oh, that's cool. God, these are the fucking days. KCP.
On this one, there's great ball movement around the perimeter, but they don't get any high post touches, so they don't really
Benny
create an
Green.
advantage. KCP has to take a tough pull-up too with the shot clock running out, and Miami tracks down the rebound.
Wait, this was before LeBron, right?
No, this is with LeBron. LeBron's over here.
It was clever of Spoelstra to wait for LeBron to go out of the game to switch to the 2-3, because Quinn Cook is a small ball handler. They put James Johnson up top, and
Quinn
his length
Cook,
bothered
okay.
Cook's ability to make post-entry passes.
Yeah,
which-
see, this guy used to make cool videos like this where he would like break down like how to do shit. And I used to love watching him. But now, yeah, fucking good. Like, Jokic, he's too fat, or I don't know what the fuck. And just like, you know, Shannon Sharp.
He's too
and,
fat. He pulls up from 3 because he
Yeah.
doesn't make it all the way to the other side of the court, but he makes the 3.
I mean, I think shit like this is cool. I think that there's a lot of like NFL shit like that where like it's like breaking down plays and shit. So it's cool that they finally got that for that. But I mean, I am a little bit of a LeBron dick rider, so I know it's just hard when you have like the best guy on your team, you know. When the best guy on your team isn't like some weird robot that just doesn't talk, doesn't know how to laugh, or like,
That's what you got PG for on
what is he?
like what Jeff Teague does. Like what Jeff Teague does and
Yeah, that's
you
what I'm
seen
saying.
clips of
Jeff Teague. Yes,
That's
Jeff
a
Teague's-
Podcast, bro.
That's a podcast.
But that's like how many stories is it like? Okay, his clips popped up on Twitter like a couple times, right?
Uh-huh.
I haven't seen any since. It was literally just the one about like where he
Nah,
was
there's
like,
a couple. Well, like it, and you'll probably get a little bit more.
maybe, but
It'll be in
like
your
that
algorithms a
one
little bit
that
more.
one went viral where he was like talking about I almost got in a fight with somebody or someone got mad at him and he was like, what the fuck? And he's like, you're mad at me or something? I forgot. But like, I don't know. I feel like there is a lot of, I mean, that's funny because like literally we have a podcast and we have like way less reason to have one, but like, it's not like basketball shit. It's just always like, oh, like this or that.
Stories,
I mean,
yeah.
it'll be
It's
stories,
more like
very
stories,
minimal on
yeah.
the. It'll be very minimal on the like. And I would like to know these things because same shit like with baseball when motherfuckers is like calling pitches or like predicting what's gonna happen next.
Yeah.
I want to get to that level eventually, you know. And motherfuckers be watching basketball and they'll be, oh, it's this, that, and the other, or whatever the fuck, or like, cause they're switching everything. Yeah, sure. I don't know. Fucking ball's going in. That's as much as I know.
Yeah.
But yeah. All right, but like, yeah, we got like what, a month left, so.
Yeah, this is when it starts getting good, though. Yeah.
Yeah, and
Once we get closer to March, once March Madness is over, is when everyone really picks it up on the NBA.
1, 2, yeah, we have 90 games left. So middle of April. So we'll circle back. We should probably do this again on when? Monday? I don't know. Whatever day
Tuesday.
you're
Let's
down.
do Tuesday. We can do Tuesday.
All right, we'll do
Next
Tuesday.
And we can recap.
MLB stuff. We'll put shit together. We'll have to do some pre-planning.
Yeah. Monday or Tuesday. Monday or Tuesday. I'm good. We're good. I don't work.
Cheesy.
I don't work, so we can do it earlier, too.